righty-ho. Hello, all of you wonderful, beautiful people. Welcome to today's DLC analysis with the latest trailer that's just come out. If you haven't seen the trailer, let's watch it together, shall we, my friends? So what we're going to be doing is going through bit by bit the things that we can see, analyzing the information that we have available to us today, and also give an opportunity for you guys to share your thoughts, because, you know, it's one of those things where I love hearing from you guys. I love to hear what you have to say, because oftentimes you guys come up with really cool things. So, without further ado, what we'll do, just for the sake of you guys, just to help you out, if you haven't seen the trailer, what I'm going to do is play the trailer without reacting too much. It's only 2 minutes long, but I honestly, one of the things that triggers me the most is when I watch a streamer. I was just about to say, I watch a streamer and they keep pausing it, but I have to because I need to reposition it on the OBS because it's too big. I was going to say, it annoys me when streamers do literally exactly what I'm doing right now. Smiley face. I can annoy myself, you know what I mean? Do you know what? I could just do display capture. I think my life would be easier if I just did display capture. Just so you guys can actually see all of it. There you go. Boom. There we go. Right. So let's go through it. Okay. This is the thing that got me as well. Karl Franz has a shield. Oops, sorry guys, I had to turn it off, turn it down. Look, nobody's talking about this, but Karl Franz has a shield, by the way. No, literally nobody's been talking about this, but he literally has a shield. Hey, Mon Chief. Look, he's got a shield. I've generally seen nobody talk about this one.
Think they could steal my glory. We done all the hard work for him. Stick to the plan, and we'll crush him. These scrolls are mine. With each kill, my power grows. Who shall have his tribute, but the worthy are mine to reap. We're gonna make a killing here.
This is turn 51, so he might not be in Norska.
Glory or exotic needs. I'm your man.
I love the novels. It's funny because I think at the end, Franz doesn't have a shield. So, obviously, the very first thing that we noticed was the fact that Karl Franz has a shield, right? I don't think... And hey, Michael, good to see you, buddy. I don't know if that's intended or not. Like, certain factions can swap between shields and swords. Like, his two-hander becomes a one-hander with a shield. Like an Empire Knight. Like an Empire General. I doubt it. This may have been an oversight, but this could mean that a change to the Empire's generals may be coming through. I mean, they did change. They made a lot of changes as part of the other DLCs to other factions to accommodate for most. But yeah, honestly, the head taker himself. I think the way that he looks is incredible. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he faces up against Skarbrand, because, I mean, Skarbrand for such a long time has been just one of those guys that can run around the map killing everything, really embodying Khorne. So it'll be interesting to see if Mr. Headtaker himself can withstand and... Oh, Skulltaker, excuse me, Skulltaker, of course. I mean, he quite literally chopped someone's domium off. So let's see if the Skulltaker lad himself can live up to the world of what... Skarbrand can do, because Skarbrand is pretty insane. He only takes your skull, you can keep the rest of the head. Yeah, that's true. I think normally looking at a lot of the things around us here. I mean, I think maybe it's a unique mechanic. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know why France has a shield here. It really is throwing me off. One thing I must admit is I'm actually quite excited for Maneater, because Maneater in general is like, it's going to be really interesting to see how they then buff up the Maneater units as it is. Because one of the things that I often find with a lot of the current ogre roster is that the ogres have been nerfed to the ground, right? I think that's one of the challenges I've had recently. You know, if we go back to the very beginning of Warhammer 3, when ogres were first released as part of the deal, as part of the, I think, early access / pre-order bonus, ogres were, right? We know that the Maneater units were exceptionally overtuned. We know that, you know, the Iron Blasters were incredibly overtuned. You know, these pretty much the entirety of the ogre roster was very, very, very powerful. And one of the sad things regarding the ogre roster was, at the very beginning, they were very powerful because they had just nothing but raw strength. And as time went on, we saw less power coming through to the faction, you know, continuously. It was weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And it was a shame because, you know, Scrag, who relied on Gorges, they were nerfed by like 60% or something ridiculous. So all of a sudden, you've got a certain faction that had such a strong identity in the fact that the units were strong, but then it just shifts completely away, which is a bit of a shame. You know, it's kind of sad. But you can see here, the blue spider. So this looks like a completely new Arachnarok spider in the corner here. So obviously we've got the classic Spider Riders, and this looks Julie's. That's just big orcs, I think. So I don't know if this spider is, yeah, like you're saying, is artillery. It's gonna be interesting. Have a look through the blog yet? No, ghouls, but we'll do the blog as well. We can go through the blog at the same time, my friend. It's good. You make a good point. You make a very good point. Where did they put the blog? Where is the bloggy blog? I imagine it'll be on the Reddit. I imagine it'll be on the Reddit. Yeah, it is. They put it onto the community. They put it onto the website. Why have they stopped posting to the blog area that was dedicated for it? So yeah, Skulltaker. Oh, I'm really excited to see what he's like. Gorbad, Iron Claw. I think he's going to be, judging from some of the things that we've got here, what we'll do is we'll pull up the blog in a second, and we'll keep going through the DLC trailer. Legendary Hero mount. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, that would be quite interesting. I think most likely it's just another spider. But one thing that I would love to make sure is we've got, what is that, 3 variants? Wait, why did the Nightbot? Sorry, Meow Meow. I don't know why Nightbot said that. The Imperial lands became overcrowded. Yeah. I think you do raise a good point, Zentars, in that the Empire now has so much going on for it. I mean, it used to be like relatively barren in Warhammer 2, where there was not many factions that could really stop the other tide. Now it's kind of the other way. And Link, it is. It's the December the 12th, like Niski kindly pointed out. So yeah, we've got the Classico, the blue spider, which is going to be super interesting to see. This is a different shade of spider as well. I don't know if that's a different lighting, so maybe another forest goblin coming through. Now these boys, I love squigs that are just nutty, because having units like this make the roster for Skarsnik even better, right? So anytime you have squig-specific defined units, what I'm going to be very interested to see is if the bonuses that Skarsnik provide to squigs will also apply to the big squigs and everything else we've seen in the video. Because if that is the case, Skarsnik actually can start transitioning from a very early base composition to a very strong mid to late game composition, depending on the squig units that come through. So it'll be very interesting to see if they've actually thought about that and are moving towards it accordingly. So we'll see. Because, like I said, this is something that Skarsnik massively will benefit from, because he provides so many buffs to squigs. And the orc generals naturally provide a lot of bonuses to these kinds of units. So I'm going to be very interested to see what they do, because even normal squigs are insanely powerful. But these guys look like they take the cake. So if they're able to charge into cavalry, it generally looked like that charge didn't really do anything. So my assumption with this squig specific unit alongside the Speedy Boys is it's more for infantry killing, which has been like the case for a long, long time. Squigs have never been good at killing anything but infantry, which is fair enough. I wish they'd do something more with Norska. I agree. Nemesis, I'll have a quick rant about Norska. One of the problems I have with Norska is their roster hasn't been updated for like 10 years. And I don't think 7 years. Norska hasn't actually changed properly in about 7 years since their release. Their roster hasn't changed. The only thing that's been added is Regiments of Renown, which is a shame. I am a massive Norska fan, because if you guys don't know and you're new to the channel and you're new to here, one of the campaigns that I did to start getting, I would say, more traction was a no-loss Norska campaign in Warhammer 2, and it took me over 100 hours. And it was so unbelievably difficult, and it actually required me to think a lot and really adapt my gameplay for it. In Warhammer 3, I tried it again, and I did it first time. It took me 5 hours because it was super easy. Crazy the difference. It was just crazy. Doesn't have a lot of tabletop units is the problem. I mean, the thing is, Jabroni, you do raise a good point, but CA have explored making characters that aren't lawful. What's the chick called again? What's the chick that's the vampire coast? I can hear it. I know what she sounds like. One of you beautiful folks in the chat will say it. It's just skipping my mind for a second. Not Aranessa. Silostra. Thank you, Silostra. Yeah, Umbra. Silostra. Silostra was created by CA. I don't believe there is lore there. But adding units is another question. I would agree. But you'd think adding units shouldn't be as bad as adding a lord in, surely. But they are obviously tied to what Games Workshop lets them to do. But yeah, I'll jump to Norska in a second. But Mr. Skulltaker. Hey, Kelly, good to see you, handsome. So I'm assuming this is turn 5. It seems relatively easy to assume that Mr. Skulltaker is starting into Lustria, which is a really, really good thing. Because in my opinion, the Lustrian area is getting very, very dull. The only problem that you're going to find is Skrolk is going to suffer even goddamn more. Even more. Skrolk is going to suffer now, which is crazy. But we can see that he's got a unique mechanic here. These are the 3 unique mechanics that are on the side on this trailer. So I'm going to be interested to see that. So recruit units, bloodletting, and gather skulls is kind of like an El Clasico from a quest battle perspective. We've got 6 objectives, which is pretty decent. Turn 5. Economy-wise is interesting. It's only 1,000 a turn, which means they've recruited a relatively large amount of units. One of the biggest challenges you face with Khorne is the fact that they don't have a lot of economy, but their economy becomes very, very good really quickly. Skrolk may ally with Skulltaker, though. Actually, no. Thinking about that, if that's the case, Skrolk getting Bloodletters would help him a lot. Bloodletters would solve the problem that Skaven have, is not holding the lines. Not holding the lines properly. Last one is the 2 of the base game. Yes, the Unholy Manifestations, I know is this one. This one looks fairly new, though. The only good rat is a dead rat. Well, rats don't exist, right? Skaven don't exist, simply put. Khorne is a sacking faction. Koyu, I agree, early game, Khorne is a sacking faction, but very, very quickly, Khorne becomes one of the best economic powers in the game by expanding wide. They have a really good thingy. Do you ever wonder about a Warhammer Fortnite collab? Carl Franz doing some sick builds? Honestly, I don't think like, you gotta remember, the average age probably of Warhammer gamers is probably quite high in relation to Fortnite average gamers. I think if somebody was playing Fortnite on the reg and saw a Carl Franz model, they'd be like, who the hell is this guy? I think it'd be interesting to see Warhammer characters represented inside that game, but I don't know how they'd do it. Hey, Joker. Is this Khorne Rune or is it a Skaven slave settlement? Yeah, Jabroni, that's actually a really good point. That definitely changes the dynamics. I guess the only annoying thing there is you can, like, as the player, you can check diplomacy. And you can click on the growth thing to see if it's actually a unit or not, or if it's Skaven or not.
Shall have his tribute.
So I think the generalized thoughts regarding Skulltaker is that he will have more power as he kills more things. I think he's probably like the TLDR for it. So we'll have to wait and see how that transpires and how that goes, because it makes sense to me that he'll effectively be a lot more powerful as time goes on. But we do have the thingy, but I feel like that's probably what he'll be like. More people he kills, the more powerful he gets, because that kind of makes sense to me as part of his lore and Skulltaker. I don't know for sure, but that would make sense. Man, some of these units are so beautiful. I think Khorne Cavalry is just so good. So Mr. Maneater himself. Wait, is that a new unit? Yo. That is like the getting gimp asks on ogres now. What's going on here? I really hope that they change some of the ogre stuff. Yeah, look, this is the example of the squig, like I was saying. Man, they really can make an incredibly good trailer, can't they? I think it's just one of the things that always impresses me. Generally, one of the things that always massively impresses me is their ability to make such pretty damn cool trailers. That was Bragg the Gutsman? Oh, interesting. Thank you. Thug, how are we doing, handsome? Good to see you, buddy. And thank you for the follow clips. Appreciate you, man. So, if we take a look at this one, so Khorne's immortal champion and the greatest of the blood. Skulltaker is ever seeking worthy skills for his master, scanning the battlefield for the greatest enemy champion, similar to like how Wulfric plays. So, campaign feature, Cloak of the Skulls. So I'm assuming that's where was he? This one maybe? That could be similar to that one. So his battle playstyle is a force of demonic destruction. Skulltaker excels at hunting down and dueling enemy lords before cleaving through ranks of troops with his two-handed Slayer's sword. His Cloak of Skulls passive ability grants increasing spell resistance and ward save the more he kills. So actually quite similar to the way that Bloodletters work in-game now. So that kind of makes sense to me. I think a lot of the Bloodletters, the more you kill things, the stronger they can become. That was the Ogre Legendary Hero, Bragg the Gutsman. David, much love to you, thank you. The added model for the gold coin, so maybe something new or a quest. Too bad Skarsnik can't have his squig as a mount. I mean, I was talking about it earlier. I think Skarsnik will be really interesting to see with all the new units and squigs coming through, how that's going to massively impact Skarsnik, because he'll go from an early game faction to a late game faction now. The Colossal Squig is going to be a unit that helps them significantly. So excited for the Gutsman. Yeah, no, there's some really cool units coming through. We also have, coming free as part of Update 6.0, will be Total War Warhammer's official 100th although the other three may have something to say about that, legendary lord, Arabal the Undefeated, the champion of Khorne, who has seen thousands fall beneath the crimson mark of his axe. What an absolute badass. I honestly, one thing I really love is how incredibly good Khorne's armor looks in game. So no Nagash. Yeah, wasn't the entire theory that the 100th person was going to be Nagash? I think too soon, man. But I love this game. Nice, Thug. Thug, what have you been playing, dude? Because if I'm not mistaken, Thug, did you ever play Dark and Darker? Am I chatting rubbish there? I think I remember playing with you or something a while back. My brain these days is not as quite good. Looks very Space Marine-y. I mean, it looks so good, though. It does look really, really good. So, we do know the mercenary contracts, which makes sense because that's just ogres in a nutshell. Golfag helps client through the Warhammer world settle their warring disputes by taking on all wars are involved in and conducting hostile actions against their enemies for handsome rewards. So this is going to be a really big one. One of the problems, like, let me grab paint. One of the problems, like, I often find myself, is, let's say you're sitting over here. You're sitting over here, and this is where your settlements are. And let's say it's going to take you like 20 turns, or like 10 turns to get over to where an enemy is. One of the problems that the current system has is if it's going to take me like 10 plus turns, it'll take ages to get over there. And we're talking about completely shifting what you're doing. You need to be paid, right? You need to have enough incentive. And right now, the way that the Ogre Mercenary contracts work, there isn't enough of a reward for me. Like, there isn't enough reward for me to justify using these contracts. So hopefully, specifically with the man-eaters, he has more incentive. Oh yeah, you can see Bragg the Gutsman here. So these are the new units. Golfag's man-eaters are going to be real interesting. Pigback Riders, Blood Vultures, going to be good to have. Wait, that means, I'm assuming, range flying units, which is the first time ogres will have flying units. Which is very, very big. Having flying units is huge. So yeah, we can see here new character and unit. So we got Snagler Grobspit, Savage Orc Great Shaman. I'm assuming as a lord, which is huge. Night Goblin Big Boss. Love that. Black Orc. Oh, nice. There is the Axe and Shield variant. So we're gonna have the Black Orc's Axe and Shield, which is gonna be nice just in general for the roster. So we got the Mangler Squigs, we got the Colossal Squigs, and then here's the blue Arachnarok, and we've got the Bolt Thrower as well. Bolt Thrower, I swear, Bolt Thrower is like more of a Age of Sigmar, isn't like the way that the Bolt Throwers are represented is like heavily Age of Sigmar-y? We'll have to wait and see though. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see because did they talk about? That's Gorbad. Did they say we can start moving around? What about camps? I think an anti-inventory blender, Tessera's infantry horde with a native. His globe-trotting nature allows access to keep a variety of exotic skills, such as Deadeye, which allows him to take on powerful shots from his pistol, causing huge damage. Yeah, no, I'd love to know if there is. Yeah, we don't know if we can move the camps yet. So do we know, like, we don't know if the camps can be moved yet, which is going to be a really big thing for them. It's going to be a really big, because, yeah, the problem I have with ogres is that, like, where you put your camp massively, massively, massively matters, right? Because if you can't move them, like I initially said, it'd be good if you could, if camps acted similar to Black Arcs, but obviously not as powerful. But they could be moved but not attack. Because it can be very frustrating when you put a camp down and all of a sudden all your strength of recruitment is in there. Can I have a doubt in the Black Hawk Shield variant? Might as well vote for fresh recruits, maybe? Yeah. I mean, because it depends, right? One of the very interesting things about the Greenskins is that they are very, very successful at running over people very quickly. That is one of the things that they do very well. Wait, there's an orc on a squig. Yeah, one of the things that greenskins are fantastic at doing is running over people very quickly. Yeah, we'll have to see. Shadow felt pretty underwhelming. Shadows have changed, and tier 2 ones were a lot better. I feel like the Shadows have changed one was like, what you got to keep in mind, the actual content we received from Shadows of Change was relatively bad. I mean, all of the trailer was sick, but the content, it was lacking, right? I would much rather they invested in like making sure the DLC was better rather than try and gas it up for prices of just for the sake of selling it, right? I would rather they focused and ensured that they spent as much money making the game and the DLC in a better position, because, like I said, the Shadows of Change trailer was very, very good, but like overall, it was lacking fundamentally from what we as a community deserve. But yeah, for me, I'm thinking it's gonna be interesting. Do you think they'll make Erebol the undefeated hard mode and live up to his can't lose mechanic from top? I would love so, Jabroni. I would love if they did that. It'd be really cool to see that. Added a model for campaign. I think it's it. Run to that right, Jamie, for the gold coins. I mean, we already have a model for Greasus and his gold coin, so they probably just copy and paste it from that. They probably copy and paste it from that. There's a bunch of staff cuts. Yeah, I think so as well. Can't wait to see Thanquol in the game. Right, guys, if you could pick out of a hat a legendary lord you'd want to put in the game, who would you say? Out of every single person that exists outside of the game currently, who do you think would go into? Who do you want in the game? I know the Nagash, Sigmar, and Thanquol is probably gonna be like the 3 top ones. I would assume an Amazonian chick. You would say that, Jorah. Thanquol, Nagash. I don't know how they would represent him though. Nefarita. I would like to see Nefarita, because she would then add a lot of dynamics to the vampire counts. For me, Nefarita would open up a significant amount of very, very cool things, specifically for the vampire counts. I would love to see that. Glotkin. Ooh. Aborash. Nice. King Amenhotep. Oh, really? Interesting. There's a Nefarita mod that's really good. Yeah, I think I've played it. I think the annoying thing is within the Nagash mod, Nefarita's in there. I personally think Nefarita is a strong enough character representation within the lore to be like a standalone, right? Like to be a complete standalone instead of just being as part of a general for Nagash. I'm concerned if they do that. You know, I would much rather they went with a different approach. She has her own dedicated mod. Nice. That's good to see. But yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how Blood Vultures perform, because Ogres never had flying units. I think for me, I'm going to be very intrigued to see if they've done any balance changes to the Ogres units as well. Because let me load the game up as well. Let me load the game up. And we'll just look at the Ogre roster. We'll go through the current roster and have a little look scheme. Because we've got, like I said, Orcs and Goblins is what go by the Ironclaw buffs, which is going to be quite interesting to see. Sounds like Karen with flesh, basically, Remiel. Basically. Hope the Vultures can counter gyros. Yeah, Ogres have struggled for a long time against anything that's flying. So if we go to the Greenskin roster, let's start with the Greenskins, right? So what we're going to be getting from the Greenskins is, it looks like a Savage Orc Great Shaman. I mean, it's SFO that has them as a Lord, so I'm assuming they're going to make him a Lord as well. Maybe another Night Goblin Big Boss, maybe another Lord potential. Because Night Goblin War Boss we have, but not Big Boss. So interesting to see the dynamics between the two. I'm going to put my hand up and say that I don't believe I will ever recruit a Big Boss over a Goblin Shaman, just because of the Goblin tide specifics, but the dynamics of the new Squig units may change that. So if you guys remember, Skarsnik buffs, Skarsnik gives a ton of Squig buffs, so it's going to be very interesting to see. Very interesting to see. We also know, like I said, there's more spiders, so large monsters. It may mean Skarsnik will start with the latest and greatest Spooder. We don't know. The Mangler Squigs are going to be very, very interesting to see how they perform, because one of the biggest issues that we have when it comes to mass inventory killing is that your Fanatics are one of the bread and butters of the mass inventory killing. But the problem with the Fanatics is that the ability has been nerfed so goddamn much, right? It's been nerfed so much, man. That it's no longer as potent as it used to be. So if the specific units coming through allow and facilitate the mass killing, because if you go against factions like the Ogres, for example, it's the Vampire Counts, it's actually quite difficult to nuke them enough and over damage the healing they can do. So Severs are great shamans. I'll have to wait and see what they're like, because normally, like if you take Wurzag, for example, like for me, Wurzag is a really good example of this one. I honestly don't rate Wurzag that highly as a lord anymore. Like, I mean, maybe this is just me, but I don't think Wurzag's that strong. Like, I would rather have Azag. Like, I think Azag is a better representation of a caster than Wurzag, which is probably crazy for you guys to hear. But the problem is, Big War has been nerfed like crazy as well. Like, Foot of Gork is just not a good high tier unit killer, so it's just kind of like pale in comparison. And then they lack armor piercing across the board. I mean, Here We Go is a really good way of buffing up a lot of your units, but generally speaking, for the cost, like Little War has a lot more value. Like Little War with the sneaky stabbing amplifies a lot of the units that they're using as is. So a Little War on top of like a Squig that's charging in, you can very quickly do a lot of damage. Like here's my top 3 greenskins right now. You may disagree. In no particular order: Skarsnik, Brom, and Azag. That's my top 3 for greenskins right now. I generally think they are the 3 strongest greenskins in the game right now. You may disagree, and I'm always happy to have a conversation about that one. The reason for Skarsnik and Grom is because goblins are broken. Goblins are just far better than everybody else, and Azag is the best representation of buffing the orc units. And he's a really good, powerful caster. And with his mount, he's a very good fighter as well. Factions or lords in battle. Factions as a whole. Factions as a whole within a campaign setting, not in multiplayer. In a campaign setting, we can give them skills. So we also see the Bolt Thrower. I guess we have Goblin Rock Globbers and Doom Diver Catapults. I'm going to be interested to see if this is like an anti-large unit. I'm certain Bolt Throwers are like anti-large killers, like Bolt Throwers. So we'll have to wait and see then. What about Grimgore? I think Grimgore is very weak, personally. I mean, you may hate me for saying this, but I think Grimgore is very weak as a faction. Like, the only thing that made Grimgore good was the fact that Cathay Caravans gave him so much money, and he could take Xanagrun turn 2, and then like turn 2 to turn 4. Neither of those possible. And so he's sort of pretty meh. I think he's trash. Like, no, he's not trash, he's just not that good. He just doesn't have the level of oomph that a Greenskin Lord will needs. So you either do one of the following roles, right? You have to facilitate one or the other role, in my opinion, to be good at the game, to be useful. So role 1 is hold on. So the first role is that you're a really good fighter. So one of the very first things you have to consider is your ability to fight. And then if we look at it, if we look at the ability to fight, let's go for the roster. So we've got Grimgore. Is Grimgore a good duelist? Yes, he's an exceptionally good duelist. What is the problem Grimgore faces, generally speaking? How slow he is, right? Grimgore is so unbelievably slow, and he struggles to actually get into engagements where he can utilize his strength. And that's one of the problems about him fighting, right? Because the game went from, like, this is like, number one thing, fighting, was more of a Warhammer 2 thing, right? Being a very, very good fighter was exceptionally important in Warhammer 2 because units were nerfed. Like, units weren't as strong. But if you go to number 2, like, if you go towards number 2, this is, in my opinion, the most important, is the buffs. Like, how are you buffing your army, and what are you doing in general to become very strong? Issue that Grimgor has is he doesn't really buff orcs that much, right? He buffs black orcs, but outside of that, he doesn't really do much. And that's the problem he has, right? Grimgor needs a mount. It's not lawful though, right? It doesn't make sense in lore. And so you can see over here, where is it? Where do they start with the orcs? Already, a hero that is on a mount is great, right? Already, him on a mount is a fantastic option because we don't have any representation of proper melee fighters. I don't really consider Grom as a proper melee fighter. I think he's more of an infantry killer. Because like orc war bosses on like a warbear, like their stat line's really, really good. But the problem when it comes to things like this on a mount is their ability to fight in their hitbox. So fighting, one of the challenge there is it's purely like hitbox. So like Azag's hitbox is actually quite good, so he hits most of the time. So the problem that you have is, like, a fighter needs to be effective, but like I said, it's more of a Warhammer 2 thing. So, then you look at Grimgor himself. He needs to be slow. No, I agree he needs to be slow, but the thing is, if you take the representation of Grimgor in Warhammer 2, Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, he is really strong, right? His representation of his strength inside of Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 1, no one really could fight him, right? And the more you add really powerful fighters that are really good in the game, example, Skarbrand. Do you think Skarbrand can beat Grimgor? Yes. Skarbrand is arguably, 10 times better than him? Not 10 times, but arguably he is so much better. And mainly because he's got the speed to do so. But he's got so much more health and his stat line's better. His abilities tailor towards amplifying his damage a lot. He can rampage things. He's got really, really good ways to buff his stat line. And so, in the situation where Grimgor's like, do you know what? Get back here. The best of the best, or you're next. It doesn't slow them down enough, and he can run away. And he can get regeneration as well, yeah. I mean, I think both can get forms of regeneration. But yeah, that's like the rant about Grimgor. But I would say Warhammer 3 has tailored more towards buffing things, right? Your armies mean so much more, which is the reason why it is, it's just a better representation, right? So that's why Skarsnik and Grom and Azag are just better in my opinion. But like I said, I think people will disagree with me. But that's my personal perspective and take on the game. But yeah, obviously this guy is going to be an absolute unit. And I very much suspect he'll be a much better fighter. So we'll have to wait and see how he performs in general. I think if we go over towards... Yeah, we went through the squigs, didn't we? So we saw squigs, we saw their charge, and we saw that it wasn't very effective. I disagree with you on the basis that my IQ is too low to understand. I mean, I'm always happy for people to disagree with me. You can see this squig unit did not do very well in charging against large entities. So I'm assuming these guys are considered a small large entity. Because I think there's different tiers to it. There's a medium large entity, like it's a smallish large entity, and there's a very large entity. Cavalry like this are in the medium tier, whereas squigs would be on the lower tier. So charge bonus and collision damage I think would happen. But yeah, we went through that one. I think it's going to be really interesting. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask as well. Does it to ask? At those projectiles? It's a good question. I would have a hard time thinking... Because I know that we did have Mangler Squigs. And I think the unit of the Mangler Squid potentially... it's a Squig Bowler. Are they projectiles? Okay. I'm assuming we haven't seen the Mangler Squigs then. I think it's maybe the Mango Squids throwing it then. Will be an army-focused Grimgor, while Grimgor himself is focused towards dueling 1v1. Yeah. I definitely do think, like I said, that the representation of good fighters inside of the game is becoming less and less important. Yeah. I definitely think the representation of What do you guys think? It's a unit? Yeah, I feel like the mangler squid. Hold on. Yeah, it's a unit. Mangler squids are units, guys. Yeah, look. It is a unit. If you look here. I thought so. Mangler squids are units. So it's not a projectile, it's a unit. Got 57 quid. Jesus. Dude, honestly, the Grimgore model was, like, crazy. You can see them in the trailer. Olaf, yeah, no, I saw. They're right here. People were saying and mentioning it's a projectile like a squig bowler, but it is the unit. It is the unit. How does this DLC affect the Great Plan? As always, the Great Plan. I mean, I love your name, Froggy Frog. I think it massively impacts it because you've got Skulltaker probably dealing with a lot of Lizardman influence. And I suspect that Skaven and Lizardman... Skaven and Khorne will fight together. Squig Bowler will be interesting and funny, though. I agree. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It almost feels like that unit was just put into the trailer. But then again, I think one cavalry unit got interrupted by it. Oh, no, it wasn't. I honestly think this was just added into the trailer on top of the footage. Like, is that crazy to say? Because they didn't do anything. Oh no, they did. They killed a cavalry unit. They did kill a cavalry unit, so they were doing something. And if we go towards a little bit later on, the Colossal Squig, I think, is going to be something that massively changes up, like I said, the way Skarsnik plays. What are these big boys called again? For the life of me, I cannot remember. Is it the... Let me stop being a noob and check and remind myself as well. It is... Slaughter Beasts? Slaughter Brutes. It's a Slaughter Brute. It's a big boy Slaughter Brute. Man, we've got a lot of good representation of new units here. The Bloodspeaker, Slaughter Brute, Blood Beast, Warmongers, Slayer Reaper, Skull Reapers, and Khorngors. Ooh, Khorngors are like a small variant of Slaughter Brutes, right? But Albert may be in a tough time until Bretonnia gets an update. Oh, who knows when that's going to happen? Who knows when that's happening? Dude, because I swear, like, when it comes to Bretonnia, like, if you think about the list of who's going to be, like, updated, like, you've got Norska that needs love. Norska desperately needs love. We've got Bretonnia that need love. We've got the V Coast and Counts. And Counts. Like, my god, there's so many people that need love. Tomb Kings, I disagree with. I think Tomb Kings are actually in a good spot. Maybe that's different, but I actually think it was decent. Grimgore and Skarbrand are 50-50 for Jules. Skarbrand won twice and Grimgore won twice. Interesting, yeah. Mr. Asak, I think the problem is it's just heavily RNG, right? Give us more dwarves. Frost, I couldn't agree more. Do you guys agree that... I'll agree that they need a DLC, David. I'll agree with that, but I don't think they need reworking. Do you guys think dwarves need buffing? Completely unbiased, by the way. I think we need dwarf buffs. Yeah, I think dwarves need buffing. Not biased at all, by the way. Vampire Coast need help bad. I mean, both Coast and Counts need help a lot. Both of these need the most help. Out of this entire list, if I'm being pragmatic, I would say Norska probably needs it the most. Out of all these factions. But what's everyone's thoughts? What is everyone thinking?
We're gonna make a killing here.
I like. It's interesting that they put turn 51 footage in here. Clearly. Ooh, look at this. 11 turns for this and 8% finished. He has supply lines as well. Interesting. Are we insinuating that Norska has access to that?
Glory. All exotic needs. On your man.
Yeah, these guys look new. Oh, these boys in the back. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a good replacement, like trolls that are a really good replacement for... Man, some of these units are sick. Minor rework for the orcs when it comes to trophies to match Warhammer 3. And they're complete-ish. AWS. Are you named after the cloud provider? Daniel needs a slight rework too. Ah, dude. I think Daniel's a lost cause. Like, generally, Daniel is so... I really like the elements of Daniel. I think, personally, I love his campaign. I just think he just lacks so much unique identity. That's the problem that Daniel's going to always have. Because he's always going to be a monogod of all of the other lords. Like, one thing that'd be really cool, like, his items are really good, and I like what they've done with them. But yeah, agreed, tech tree is needed. Tech tree, 100% needed. And I'd also love to see items being usable. I know it sounds silly, but I think items being usable as well would be nice. Because it always feels really weird that you pick up an item and you can't use it. But, I mean, Daniel suffers the same thing of Norska. In that he is like everyone else around him has just sort of gotten really cool things. Been trying to figure out Changeling. Oh, Changeling is awesome, man. Really, really fun Legendary Lord. We're not having settlements. Yeah, I remember making a video that stated that he is very boring because you can never lose. And technically you can't. Technically the Changeling generally cannot lose. Lisbon can do it with a rework. I would say Lisbon don't need a rework. They just need the geomantic web to be fixed. Properly, anyway. Daniel is a Chaos God, RR Doomstacker, and that's it. Yeah, he definitely collects them all like Pokemon. The RRs, that's for sure. But if we go through the Ogre units, now looking at the roster of Ogres, like, obviously it's quite bare, but if we see... What do we have here? We've got... what is being added in for them? An Ogre Paymaster, Bruiser, Maneaters, Pigback Riders. We got Blood Vultures. These guys are the cavalry guys, right? Oh, excuse me, the troll-like unit. Yep. These guys are like effectively very troll-esque, and they're going to be a really powerful unit. So it's going to be interesting to see. The worst thing about the snowstorm is that each can be upon you before you know it. It's like the storm itself grows claws. Gunrick Thorson. I would love to see Rangers more represented in the game. So I think Blood Vultures, I think we've kind of called it out already. It's going to be... Wow, there's very little information about them. Very little information about them. Capture and tame Blood Vultures and use them to hunt down prey, attack the foes in battle. Yeah, it's going to be... I'll be interested to see how they perform. I mean, if they are anything like... if they're anything like the Tomb King's version of it, they're going to be a waste. Like, carry-ons are so bad. So hopefully they'll have a little bit more weight to them. Hopefully they'll have a bit more weight. So if you look at Pigback Riders... Nobler Pigback Riders. Let's see if we can actually get a proper, like, thing of them. Wait, so it's Nobler Cavalry? No worries, RPG. Is it going to be Nobler Cavalry? That's going to be interesting to see. It's quite interesting to see, because I think a lot of these are going to be very, very good. I think it's going to be quite interesting to see how it performs. Wait. Have they data mined this? I think they've data mined it. Because clearly... Yeah, look. That's quite funny. Yo, Goon, how you doing, you handsome bugger? Hope you had a fantastic stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you as always. We're going through the new DLC and trailer and stuff. There's... Goon, would you be playing, by any chance? Would you be playing the new DLC when it comes out? If you are, do go check out Goon. He's an awesome guy. Thanks for the 41 months, man. I appreciate you, bud. 42, excuse me.
PCSPA Kula PCSPA Kula PCSPA Kula PCSPA CSTEER.
Agreed. Thank you, man, for the 32 months. Karens were like, either Karens or Croman. Croman are actually really good. Croman perform really well. I think they're now, are they Yin now? Yeah, because Croman are Yin magic, so made perfect sense. But yeah, if you think about it, right? One of the biggest challenges that ogres have right now, especially in multiplayer, is they have no cheap cavalry option. And so what we're saying is we're gonna get action of low tier cavalry, flying units, a really powerful troll-esque unit that's going to be able to withstand and hold in melee, and thunder tusks. Sheesh. Can I post a timestamp? Oh, if you DM me on Discord, Barbies, I will happily see. I wonder if it's near the later on. A giant squig, you said you did indeed, bud. Look at this bad boy. Like I said, I think Scarstick is going to get a really, really good buff from these. I just missed it. Is he burping poop? Potentially. Wait, is it in here? Where are the lads? Are they there? No. Did one of them just get yeeted? Is that what it is? 1 minute and 19. Oh yeah, there was one right there. Literally right in front of me. Here they are. Here the boys are. Look at them. I love them. I love them. How a nobler riding another nobler is considered cavalry? Hey, I mean... Hey, nobles are all about it, man. I think they are literally riding... Yeah, it's a nobler riding another nobler. I'm actually going to be interested to see how fast they're going to be. That is so brilliant. I mean, it's sort of like... Yeah, I mean, you know, you got Greasus being pushed around by loads of noblers with 40 speed, so... You know, let's see how that goes. That's so funny. How do they give Greasus 400 speed? Because they do, that's why. Man, I miss when he had 400 speed. Hey, Nimwen and Ultima. Good to see you guys. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I love it so much. Is it the pigback riders? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, they're quite literally being carried around by another one. An ogre rings a dinner bell and buffs all noblers. Caps run faster at a fit. That makes sense. With the charge bonus of, well, one nobler. God. It's such a good unit, man. It's piggyback. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's a typo. It's not pigback. It's piggyback. Wait, are they called pigback? No, yeah, they're called pigback, but it's literally piggyback, North. You're not wrong. They're being piggybacked around. Two noblers sit across from each other on the backs of pigs. Are they on a pig or are they on a nobler? Is it like a nobler on a pig? No, I swear from the cutscene, it's a nobler on nobler. Yeah, look, they're on top of noblers. It's two noblers, so there's no pig involved. Ah, I love that. Old Goblin Scarstick charge bonus, destroying everything. Potentially. Goon, what I think is going to happen is Scarstick is going to get a massive buff from this. From the DLC for Greenskins, I feel like. It's going to be interesting to see. Oh, yeah, if you guys missed it, Carl Franz has a shield. Lamau. That was one of the very first things that I noticed, that Carl Franz has a shield. But I don't think that's intentional. I do not believe that that's intentional. But we'll see. We shall see. I'm just turning my laptop off. Yeah, I think it's just a mistake. But how sick would it be to have interchanging, like, weapons? Nimon, I'm in for everything Khorne. Yeah, the Khorne stuff looks very, very good. Like, we've got insane cavalry coming through as well. I mean, in general, Khorne has, like, we've got the free LC content, which is the Arabal the Undefeated, which is going to be sick. So we didn't get Nagash for the 100th Lord. I think all of the stuff that's coming through, I'm really excited for Slaughter Brutes. Slaughter Brutes are so unbelievably terrifying. Like, the 8th edition, I think they'll probably be using 8th edition. Like, they look so unbelievably awesome. Khorne roster is effectively finished. Well, yeah, if you look at Khorne roster right now, like, if you try and identify what weaknesses there are for Khorne right now, there really isn't that many. Khorne really doesn't have that many weaknesses at the moment. Like, honestly, Khorne's strength, yeah, they don't really have too many weaknesses. I think, obviously, you know, against anything super heavily ranged, they can just run you over. And that sort of here lies the problem for me when it comes to Khorne campaigns sometimes. Like, I feel like I can go into a Khorne battle, control all my units, lock the formation, and just walk them in. Khorne doesn't have dwarves, seems pretty weak to me. True. Sort of like AoE options before the buff to the skull cannons. Yeah. I mean, they are like the definition of hammer and anvil, though, right? Like, Khorne embodies hammer and anvil for sure. Magic as a whole, that's the funny thing is, like, Valkyr can utilize magic. And the crazy thing is, Valkyr is the lover of Khorne. Imagine being like Valkyr and be like, sorry honey, I used magic again. I think she'd probably be forgiven by Khorne now. I think Khorne would probably forgive her. Because I think Valkyr died and Khorne screamed so loudly that it just sort of resurrected her. Yeah. I think one of the things... So, we're getting access to Slaughter Brutes, which means now we can have a true representation of a large fighter. Because the problem with Soul Grinders is I think Soul Grinders are kind of weak, especially for Khorne. Like, their range is only 120. The damage that the Skull... Like, you don't take Skull Grinder of Khorne much. Like, it's not really that good of a unit, let's be honest. Like, the strength comes from the Minotaurs, usually. And the late game Skull Crusher Cavalry, oof. Skull Crusher Cavalry is so goddamn good. Wait, what? Why is Soul Grinders bad? I mean, it's just their melee defense, man. Melee defense is really bad, and they're so susceptible. Like, if you take it, like, if you look at Zinch ones, like, let's take a Zinch example. So, just decent stat lines, but they have a purpose, and that's long-ranged anti-large shots. Like, that's... A Soul Grinder instantly has facilitated something for me within the Zinchian roster. Because Zinch struggles to kill things from afar, generally speaking, unless you're using magic and whatnot. So the Soul Grinder fits into that purpose. But if you go to Khorne and say to yourself, what does Khorne's Soul Grinder do for the army? Outside of, let's say, cavalry, not really that much. It doesn't give them anything. And I would also say Nurgle's one is actually really good as well. Because the Nurgle one is a Soul Grinder. Excuse me, it's an artillery piece. So for a very cheap cost, becomes a very, very powerful artillery unit. Basically like a mini Kugath, effectively. And that's why they're good. The range does shred units as well. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. I think they were in tournament play. They were banned to just one of them. Like, you couldn't recruit more than one. So I think now the Slaughter Brute will help that.
We're gonna make a killing here.
Yeah, I think the Slaughter Brute will help a lot.
If you're after gold, glory, or exotic meats,
God, I'm actually like I honestly love the ogres, and I'm really excited to see a better a better unit with them. I just love them running across the screen, man. It's so funny. Man. Hold on. So you got man-eaters over here. You've got the new units. Oh, there's the blood vultures here. So here are the blood vultures. So yeah, that's the model of the blood vulture. That makes sense. We're fighting Norska, but I feel like they chose Norska not because he starts around here, but probably because of the fact that he's just on a mission to come over here. So maybe it's like a tactile thing. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So these are the Black Orc shields. So this is clearly the Black Orc shield boys. Which is good to see them have Black Orcs with shields. So what I mean, the crazy thing is, right? Greenskins in their roster do not struggle in melee, generally speaking, right? Like, they don't have difficulties killing things in melee. And the entire purpose of what a Black Orc big ball, or like a Black Orc with a shield would do, is allow you to effectively push up, absorb range fire. So hopefully they're silver shielded and they've got good enough armor. For them to actually, like, grant you enough ground as you move forward. Because that's one of the biggest challenges you often find is that you don't buy enough space when you're moving towards stuff and you just get battered. Obviously, they still struggle against artillery, though. They'll still have a problem against artillery. Didn't like his bubble tea. Yeah, bubble tea is delish, by the way. Yeah, Grimgore will make massive advantage of them. It may shift how good Grimgore is. My opinion of Grimgore may shift. Like I said earlier, I think Grimgore is like top 3. Grimgore's not even in the top 3 of strongest factions at the moment. Grimgore is not even in the top 3 for strongest factions for Greenskins. Right, guys, who are you most hyped for? Who are you most hyped for? Type 1 for Maneater, 2 for Skulltaker, and 3 for the big old Orc boy. 5 France. You can't vote for France. I'm actually kind of curious. Because, yeah, Gorbad is going to be quite interesting to see what he does. I'm going to be very interested to know how he performs. I'm buying Greenskin DLC. Oh, interesting. Yeah, of course, because you can buy them individually now, right? So, we've got a good hybrid. Let's have a look. So, we got 1... How many 1s? Hey, Major Silver. Hawkseye, good to see you guys. Hope you're well. 2, but since neither of the factions interest me, that's not much to hype. Yeah, that's interesting. I like the factions in general, but I am interested to know why they decided to make Ogres, Khorne, Greenskins. Like, if you could swap it out, who would you rather pick? What other 3 factions would you go for? Like, for me, I wouldn't mind. Like, I'm really hyped for this DLC, don't get me wrong, and I'm really excited about it. But I feel like Norska, Vampire Counts, Coast, Bretonnia, factions like that would have been, you know, would have received the love happily. Would definitely have happily received the love. Ogres, yeah, I feel like Ogres definitely. Let me see if I can find. Hold on, let me show you guys something. So I use this website a lot. It's called Total War Stats, and it's really useful. So if I go to... Wait, it's looking different. Unit cards. So if we go to... will it not let me... it won't let me go really far back, I don't think. I was hoping to go further back than patch 5.12. Damn it. It won't let me. I was hoping to go further back because I could have shown you guys the ogres and the units and how much they've been nerfed. Because their roster in general has been nerfed so much. Like, can I find like a really old video of mine that I showed and shared like the stat lines of certain units? Because ogre units used to be so much more overpowered. It was like it's wild to me how much they've been nerfed. Hold on, let me try and find it, boys. Oldest. Let me see if I can go from backwards upwards. Wow, I made a really old video of Scrag turn one out off. Yeah, look at this. 110 damage, 16 entities. Like, look, take this as an example. Let me take a screenshot of that bad boy. Let's chuck into paint. So 110. Let's check a look now. Ogre Kingdoms. What are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? So they have 4 less entities. They have 400 less HP, 4 less entities. They have... I don't know about the buffs, but yeah, maybe their weapon strength is similar, but they've been buffed. I think it's because of Frenzy giving them more damage. But losing 4 entities is so insane. That is such a large DPS decrease. It's just wild to me. I don't know if they've nerfed any other units. I don't think they nerfed any units. God, it's crazy to remind myself that this was 1st of April, 2022. Yeah, this is the... Yeah, I figured out a lot of cheese back in the day. But it like just seeing that is just crazy to me. Crazy to me thinking about how much they were nerfed. No self-promo? Hey, it is what it is. I absolutely adore Bretonia, probably my top 3. At least in my top 5 favorite factions, yeah. Do we blame multiplayer for the Gorger Massacre? Nah. I think that, in my true opinion of the Ogres and Gorgers, they needed to be nerfed for the game to be in a healthy state. They did. They really did. Because I had like a 95% win rate on the ladder in Domination. I think if I put unit caps on, was it? I think I went 4 Gorgers. I went like double Iron Blaster as an opener. And then I just went loads of chaff. And who in the world would be able to beat this army with how OP they were? Gorgers would kill anything. They'd beat anything, even if they were anti-large. Iron Blasters would do so much damage, it was insane. But yeah, the roster definitely feels very big sad. That's why I need DLC. That's why I think DLC for Ogres makes sense, because so much of their roster has been so nerfed. You know? Like, they giga nerfed so much of the roster, which is such a shame. I love Ogres. I think theatrically they're very cool. Very, very cool. Like, I think one Gorger would kill Karl Franz, like, with ease, like, absolute ease. But it's interesting to me that the majority of the answers are greenskins. It looks like greenskins are the most popular one. So I'm going to be interested. Yeah, I think, like, honestly, like, let me just show you guys, because I don't think you guys may remember. Let me just quickly log into to a Skarsnik campaign. By the way, I love Skarsnik, one of my favorite legendary lords. But yeah, I think the new DLC is going to be insane. So that Squiglove, yeah, honestly, the Squiglove is going to make Skarsnik so much stronger. Because he buffs them so much, my dudes. Like, I'm going to show you guys. I think he gets, is it 2 separate buffs, or just 1 buff for them? Which will massively help. Like, a Squig army could be a thing now. Because the problem Squigs have is, like, large stuff. Like, large entities is the problem that you have, and now you got the Colossal one. Now you've got the big old Colossal. So that fixes it. But yeah, it's so sad to see the roster getting nerfed the way it did. Greenskin's your favourite faction. Should we play a Greenskin campaign? We still need to decide what campaign I'm going to play, boys. We still need to decide the campaign I'm going to be playing. As I haven't picked the campaign I'm going to be playing after this one. Alright. So you can see, if we go to Skarsnik, Nastier Squigs right here. 10% charge bonus is insane. And melee attack is insane. So hopefully they include the new Squigs in this. Hopefully they put the new Squigs in there. So I think, is there anything more? Is it just Squigs? And then you got Riders as well for more speed. Have you played Kislev? I haven't played Kislev in ages. Isn't Kislev just straight garbage though, Jorah? Let's be realsies now. Let's stop the cap. Let's stop the cap real quick. Why are you taking attrition? Alright, so, yeah. Plus 8 melee attack is a solid balance buff for a Lantern T. It'd be good. Play Kairos? Do you know, I haven't played Cinch in a while as well. Because of a boring mechanic wise. Yeah, you'd hope that the old witch would have solved that, but it never did. Blasphemy against the motherland. Because of it's very solid. Okay then. Right. Let me do a Q&A then. Who would... ask? Can I make it as easy as possible for you guys? Start a poll. Here we go. What would you like to see? Right, guys, give me some factions. Throw out some factions in the chat right now, and we'll play them. We'll vote on it, and we'll play. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a vote. I'm going to do a poll on YouTube and Twitch, so all of you wonderful, wholesome hunks can have your voices heard. So we'll do Lizardman. I haven't played Lizardman in ages. So Warhorse of the Apocalypse, so Warriors of Chaos. So Lizardman, Warriors of Chaos, we'll do Kislev. And I'll put vampires in there as well. Tomb Kings. Cathay. I haven't played Cathay in a minute. I haven't played Tomb Kings either. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying Coast, which is interesting. Some Cetras in there. Malekith. Dude, I haven't played Malekith in so long. Because, I mean, I'm happy to listen to you guys. I mean, that's all I care about. As long as you wholesome hunks are happy, I'm happy. Wolfric. The boys. It's getting smoky in here around here. Let's get 'em, boys. It's time to smash. I love the orcs so much, man. I think I just dislike Grimgore, man. Right, let me put a poll on the old Twitch as well. Well, you can do more options here. Kislev, Dwarves, and then maybe Warriors of Chaos. Let's do a 2-minuter on that one. Just so I can see what you wholesome hunks are thinking. Oh, Warriors of Chaos are going to get new things with them. Yeah, Warriors of Chaos always do so well from all the DLCs of anything evil. They absolutely cash it in, don't they? They absolutely cash in every single time new DLC comes in. I haven't. Isn't Ox Shuttle broken right now? Isn't he doing the Hawk tour a bit too fast? I think he is, isn't he? If I'm not mistaken, I think they've done something to Lizardman. Yeah, he's broken. How like when we're saying broken, how broken's broken? Same as gyros. Yeah, we tested out the gyrocopters recently. It was kind of nutty. It was kind of crazy. Wow, a lot of you guys, Lizardmen are winning on both fronts, on YouTube and Twitch. Maybe we do have to play some lizards. Some lizards. Jorah, are you voting on every single account that you have for Kislev? Be honest. You seemingly the only person that asks about Kislev all the time. Alright, let me see the bug here. Just real quick. Sorry about this, guys. So do I need to move around? So 10 ammunition shots per player. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, so you need to keep moving, right? For the damage to go off? That didn't work. Okay. Seems pretty good. That seems pretty good, man. That seems pretty good. Half HP'd in one shot. Timber out. Crocgar. Okay. Who have I not played in ages?
Summon the Elector Counts.
Who have I not played in ages? Players Oxyodal before it's fixed. Should we do an Oxyodal campaign? God, like, I do like the Lizardman. Crocgar's a nice one. Alright, guys, do me a favor. Nakai? Nakai is pretty cool. I think the last campaign I did with him was a no-loss challenge, and it was good fun. And Observer, welcome in, buddy. Right, guys, do me a favor. Type 1 in the chat if you want to see Crocgar. Type 2 if you want to see Mazdamundi. Or type 3 if you want to see Oxyodal. 1, 2, 3. We'll do some Lizard. We'll get some Lizard in here. Wow, you guys really want to see Oxyodal this far. Let's see how the chat transpires. Shimmy2, welcome into the stream, buddy. Sudo-san, welcome into the stream. Right, so let's see. I think it's going to be a tight race potentially between Oxyodal and Crocgar. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh, I think Crocgar's winning, though, low-key. I do think Crocgar is winning. I think our boy Crocgar is taking the lead on that one. We'll have to wait and see, though. As you know, a single unit of Bloodletters will kill an entire unit of Bestigors. Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense because of Bloodletters are specialized in infantry killing. Yeah, I was going to say, because they have very good anti-infantry. Is Crocgar the one with the free God Hero? No, that's Gorok. I think you can get them all together, though. You can get them. So yeah, should we play around with Crocgar for a bit? Shall we play around with Crocgar for a bit? I'm happy to play some Crocgar and jump into his campaign. And obviously, any questions about the DLC trailer and stuff like that, I'd happily jump into as well. Just wanted to like hang out with you guys a little bit longer. I don't want to end the stream just yet. You know, because I was like, I could stream just for the DLC and talk about the trailer and stuff, but I was like, you guys are amazing, and it's an absolute pleasure to get the chance to chat to you guys.
What do you...
God, Beastman I never play. It is crazy how many factions there are in this game. Yeah, do you know what? Let's start beating some stuff as Crocgar. Legendary hard as always. Let's jump into it. Everyone can get Croak, but White Lizard starts with them. Yeah, true. Played Beastman once, but it felt like cheating. Go back to the original representation of it. I've started the TFT grind. Nice, King. Who are you playing, bud? Hot down to contest me and knock me out. Joe taught him. Yeah, it's a classic right there, King. It's a classic. It is what it is, bud. But yeah, we'll play some Crocgar, and it should be good fun. Should be good fun. Alright. But yeah, what's everyone's final thoughts on the DLC? I think for me, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, because a lot of the units that are coming through, like I said, I think Franz with the shield is a mistake. There's no way Franz has a shield now. Like, making him a one-handed fighter. I'll have to wait and see. Ready to see it live? Oh, I think... Am I allowed to... Hold on. Can I talk about my schedule? Let me check to make sure I don't do anything silly. Let me check the embargo. Yes, so I will be... I think, yeah, I can announce my schedule. So I should be playing next week. I should be able to start streaming the content early access next week. I think it's next week. Yeah, next week at some point I'll be playing. I want to see his abilities and stat location. Yeah, I think Arabelle is going to be really interesting to see because I'm looking forward to what the free LC do. I'm looking forward to the free LC. It's so savage that your first battle is a siege. It really is. Wow, melee attack from the get-go for Saurus Warriors is so savage as well. Wait, did I put my hero in my army? Am I that spaced out? Oh, it's already in there. I like that. You should always have your hero in the army to default. You should always have your hero in there. Still haven't played Nurgle. Guys, what's the one faction you haven't played yet, but should? What's the one faction you haven't yet played, and you're tempted to do so before the new DLC? Khorne. I learnt where Khorne one starts and was happy. I'm not looking forward to that one that much. You're gonna hate me. Least played is Standard Dwarf.
You have shamed your ancestors, idol. Do not shame your ancestors, Dolly brethren. The dwarves is where it's at. You'll be taking the Slayer oath before the nightfall, idol. You know that. I think you've come to accept it now. It is only a matter of time, manling, to accept your fate.
So let's go break the door down. I will get annoyed if they try and climb the walls. Do you know what I want for patch? Do you know what, like, honestly, this may sound silly, but genuinely, if they didn't give us DLC, but fix the way that sieges work, I'd prefer that. Like, actually. Like, if sieges got better, I'd be so much happier. Like, they made it worse. By giving gatehouses buffs, they made it worse. Like, they literally made sieges worse by giving them everything more health. Like, when I went against Koyu, I had such a good time playing against Koyu. It was great fun in the head-to-head. But did you guys see the pathfinding that I was having to deal with? Holy moly, dude. All pathfinding only happens if you set the ladders up. Otherwise, the problem no. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm attacking the gate and not putting my ladders up. That's why I'm attacking and not putting ladders up. But then again, like that in itself is like is silly. That if I put ladders up, it breaks now. You know, it's kind of a big sad, right? When these guys start scattering, I'll do it. You never use butt ladders? I think the problem is if you go like, I guess it really really demonstrates the problems when it comes to utilizing head-to-heads and like when you're fighting in game. I didn't see it, but definitely heard it. Yo, Grackle, how are you doing, handsome? Oh, guys, if you didn't know, Grackle is an incredible modder and a very cool guy. So if you guys have any ideas of what would make a very good challenge stream, let us know. And by the wonderful hands of Grackle, we can see it done. Because that's the mod that I did that was like making the game 5 times harder was Grackle making it for me, which is kind of How would you improve siege battle? So, I personally quite like sieges. Like I won't lie, I like the prospect of sieges in comparison to Warhammer 2. It gives us a lot more flexibility and gives a lot more movement, a lot more room to breathe, should I say. The challenge that I have when it comes to the sieges in itself is the pathfinding. Like, the only challenge that I have is literally just pathfinding, because, you know, climbing the walls and then not going through the gate and then going on the ladders, it's just pathfinding, right? I think, like, certain units really struggle to have identities inside the game as well, because of the fact that, you know, like, dwarf miners are absolutely garbage, and you never recruit them. But if you could start breaking down walls and sapping them, things like that you'd expect, I think just adding more room to breathe in sieges allows more, like, diverse gameplay, should I say. Like, ogres can break a wall instantly, right? And they're the only faction that can benefit from it. But if you start giving that ability to, like, a lot of other factions where they can, like, do very specific things to break inside of the settlement. Like, one of the biggest challenges that I find with sieges is that giving every legendary lord siege attacker was the cause of the problem. Like, giving every legendary lord siege attacker should not be, like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, I disagree with the decision-making of giving every lord a siege attacker. Because, yes, it increases the pace of the game, but it also forces you into a certain playstyle in those campaign battles that is probably not as ideal, right? So, as a legendary lord, I have really, really bad ways of breaking into the settlement, but I can attack it straight away, but I don't have any equipment, I don't have any units that are able to then effectively siege. And that to me is not ideal, because I'm put into positions where I want to be good at sieging, but I don't have the units to be good at sieging, right? And that's where the problem comes in for me. But, you know, everyone's a wee bit different. I think sieges, like I said, I much prefer them to Warhammer 2. Like, Warhammer 2 sieges was quite simply of, I'm going to put every single one of my goddamn units in a corner and cometh at of me, bro. And that was Warhammer 2 sieges. Whereas you can be creative, you can be quite, you can be smart with your positioning, you can do different things, you can start getting a bit spicy. Like, siege defenses. Dude, I love siege defenses. I goddamn love siege defenses. And I really enjoy them. Like, siege defenses are probably in the best state they've ever been. I really love to defend for sieges. But then when you're attacking sieges, the problem comes in. Because you can kind of abuse it when you're defending, but you get punished by it when you're attacking. Right? And that's kind of the problem, right? But yeah, I think the AI needs a bit of an improvement as well. But yeah, that's honestly the main one is just pathfinding. The biggest challenge and problem I have is just pathfinding. To be truly transparent. Yeah, Dragonemos, what's up, dude? I hope you've been enjoying your streams, my man. Stop brains sieges too easily. Not anymore. It's not as bad now. Like, at the beginning of Warhammer 3, my god, it was ridiculous. Like, instead of fighting here, I could have had a skulker climb over the walls over here, walk to where the capture point is, and then just win the game. Never the design of the map. Yeah, sieges are too big. Like, normally sieges are really, really too big. Like, for me, for example, if I deployed all my units right here, the AI would deploy all their units. It's probably more effective for me to go up this way, run all the way around over here, and then just climb the wall over here. Because the AI wouldn't be able to walk from this position probably to over here before I can, because of the pathfinding. Or if I have fast units that can facilitate that. And that's just a symptom of the maps just being too big. Because the siege maps are absolutely massive. Like Attila Siege is best. I like Thrones of Britannia Siege is best. Maybe that's, like, silly to say, but I honestly think the recipe of sieges for Thrones of Britannia was actually really, really good. Like, I feel like they balance sieges quite well in Thrones of Britannia. It's just a shame that they banned that game very, very quickly. But yeah, what Thrones of Britannia did very well was the size of the sieges and the pace of the sieges, because you could actually play them like a normal siege. Like, any kind of army sieging a settlement will take a lot of attrition. Like, if you're fighting a siege battle, you're gonna take a lot of damage, right? Sieges historically, like in the medieval times, would take months and months and months and months and months. Like, it's not a quick thing to do, sieging a settlement. Like, you're going to take a considerable amount of losses. Like, most of the time, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of the, like in the, like Victorian time, most of the time, no, more so medieval, most of the time they wouldn't siege stuff because they knew how much losses it would take. Like, it's like, oh, if we siege this, dude, we're going to lose so many dudes. And it's going to cost us so much to siege it. So it has to be worthwhile. Like, we have to get a lot out of this for it to be worth it. Which is kind of interesting, right? Hold on, let me keep buffing these Saurus Warriors up, because they're absolutely slapping. back in the medieval times when they said dude. I swear, like the first instance of someone saying like no cap or like a really modern word was like around the Victorian time. You jest, but hey, they were down with the kids even back then. It's always really funny when like, so recently I was traveling somewhere. I was on the train to work, and I was talking about like Arctic monkeys or something. I was talking about like Arctic monkeys, and like somebody told me I was old for liking Arctic monkeys. I was like, Jesus Christ, like not even that old as a band. Like they were basically calling me a boomer for the fact that I liked Arctic monkeys. Which is crazy. But yeah, it do be crazy. Let's push through. I mean, this is the classic case of Skaven just don't have enough damage to deal with me. Feels bad, man, for them. I probably should have captured this, by the way. Probably should have placed you guys on here without taking losses, but hey, it is what it is. We're called Boom for liking Taylor Swift. It'll happen soon. Making music for 20 years? Yeah. It's a surefire way of making yourself feel old, that's for sure. But yeah, how's your guys' days been? Hope you guys have been doing well. We're gonna lose so many dudes if we see just cap. No cap, fam. Honestly, I can hear it. I can hear it. I could see that. And then at 1840, I could hear that. You know what I mean? Like, a scout comes back to the arm. It's like, on God, for real, we would lose if we fight them right now. I hear it. I can hear the Victorian times. I can hear it. Like, don't deny it. Let's be real, is Timothy. Don't deny it. I just depressed my peers by referring to the music group as classic rock. Yeah. Let's do a couple songs from Hyper 3. Oh, nice. Some Skaven speak like that too, probably. So, hey about Skaven. All crap and attack. For real. Yeah, on God. Linkin Park. Did you guys see that Linkin Park has a new singer? She's, I think she's, like, I was at the League of Legends event, the World's Final, where they sung. It was really dope. It was pretty damn dope. It was pretty cool, if you say so myself. Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see how the new campaign, new campaigns play. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have looted and occupied that, because I think I'm probably paying more than I should be. Let me remind myself. They're both side, right? Yeah, you're to the south, and you're to the east, yeah. I think, typically speaking, going north is the smarter thing to do. Oh, I can't. Can he afford you?
I have little choice but to listen to your inane babbling.
Nice. Can now. Squeeze out a little cheeky trade agreement. Can I make Thoric like me? Who is Thoric at war with?
What brings you to the halls of my ancestor?
What brings you to the halls of my ancestor? Bill Thoric. Yeah, let's go Inspiring Presence. Once you get level 3, then that's when Head and Magic really starts kicking up into gear. Yeah, I just really wish the Geomantic Web was just better. The Geomantic Web is such a doo-doo mechanic. Yeah, hopefully it gets better. Misery with Skink Boy? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I would need to go this way, right? But if I moved in this direction, I could probably Confederate Tic-Tac-Toe. You're a little underwhelmed with the trailer. Should have had more impactful trailer. Of that, I'll agree, because like of Malachi and stuff like that looks so sick. I think the DLC is going to be a good one. Yeah, me too. Is a must-have as a friend. Yeah, his units become very strong. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the DLC, I must admit. I think the DLC is going to be pretty solid. I don't think it's... I don't know if it's going to sell as much as TOD. Because I feel like TOD is hard to beat, though. Like, they did a very, 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 very good job with TOD. But the new characters and the way that they're going to influence the world is going to be pretty massive. Like, for example, the introduction of Chaos Dwarves made a massive impact to Greenskins. For Skarsnik and for Grimgor. Like, a lot of the time, new factions have very dramatic, unintended effects. Which I think is really cool. Also, I should have taken Rat Marcher. Damn it. I didn't realize I won't be able to attack this without Rat Marcher. Classic. That's a classic. What are we playing to the 12th? It's a good point. I usually quite like not playing factions that the DLC has. For me. Yeah, not really much else I can do. Guys, have you got any mods? Do you guys have any mods to tide us over? Do you all have any mod suggestion? SFO's a good one. Maybe I should play SFO. I did, Idle. I did check it out, matey. But I didn't properly... I subbed to it, I'm pretty sure. But I didn't play... Wait, what the hell's that? Fairlight? Wait, is this new? I have never seen this before. This has to be new. I have never seen it before. Right, Thunderbolt is so insane. Lots of new ranged items. Ah, cool. Very cool. I honestly don't need to recruit anything. I mean, I can't really take advantage of it because I don't think I have any range. Yeah, it's a bit of a classic start for the old Croc guy. He doesn't really have too many He doesn't really have too many people wanting to murder him. Question is, do I start recruiting another army to try and beat the Skaven down south as well? Maybe. Try playing as a minor faction with mixers and Locker Rudy. I think I have before, but it wasn't very good because they lacked a lot of good buffs. I think that was the problem I had, Rudy, was that the units, like, you don't get, like, faction effects or proper ones. You kind of have to use Mixus in combination with a specific faction. Gonna be broken for a while? Yeah, I suspect so. Better keep Kairos in check. Ah, that's Teclis' problem. You know? Sometimes it's good to know what is your problem, what isn't your problem. I think that firmly is in the class of not my problem. Let me take Let me take the capital first. Let us chuck in growth always. Yeah, Kairos doesn't become a problem for a long time. Oxodal will wipe him. Oh, we need to confederate Oxodal. We need to confederate Oxodal as soon as possible because we're not using him with the cheese, but it'll be just funny to have him. So maybe I should get a hero to send out towards him. Try 250 max skill level mods. That adds more skills and more tech. Wow, that's insane. Wait, so are you saying that you can get 250 levels? Did they reduce how many experience you can get then? Ark and the Black Expanded. Ooh. Win 2 battles. Wow, that's insane. Tomb Kings Expanded is also great. Yeah, I haven't played the Tomb Kings Expanded. How many summons? It's only 4. I need to play Tomb Kings Expanded. It's so insane how awesome the modders are. Last patch was an item haul, Jabroni. Makes sense, buddy. Thank you. The guy specializes in Krokgars. He does indeed, yep. Nikai is in Cathay. Do you guys remember when Nikai couldn't recruit Krokgars? Couldn't recruit Gorok? Croxigars. Bloody hell, we got there eventually. You get Tomb Swarm, we can raise pyramids in any major settlement. Oh, wow. That's insane. Yeah, what we'll do, same strategy again. Running through this way, and then we'll take the settlement. What I am interested about, how much damage this bolt spell will do to the gate. You'd assume like 1,000? Maybe 100? Maybe 500? Yeah, like about 1,500. Not bad. Certainly going to help me get through the settlement faster, which is nice. They made it... Drazarith used to be able to one-shot gatehouses. It was insane. Might be bad, but it's only been a few months since he couldn't recruit. Yeah, it was crazy. Do you know how I haven't played in a while, guys? Daniel. Do you guys remember when I went through a massive Daniel-only phase? Like, I played so much of Daniel's campaign, and I was literally making a guide, and they goddamn moved him. I was fuming. I legitimately was finishing the touches of my guide, and then they completely moved him. And I'm like, bro. I then had to, just scrap it because it just didn't have any value. It was a little bit sad. But it was nice for him, at least. They put him in a better position. They definitely put him in a better position, that's for sure. Let me stop shooting there briefly, just so we can protect each other. You love Daniel? Yeah, me too. I really like Daniel's campaign. Could do some challenge runs in ROC. Wait, is there any kind of ROC... Wait, have I just killed my units there? No. Yo, Hank. Good to see you, man. Missed you? I miss you too, bud. Hank, much love to you, buddy. I appreciate all the kind words as always, guys. It's always good to have you guys here. Yo, Disruptor, how we doing, handsome? Quit for like 65 turns. Has a trigger, neither death nor the trait. Would be a bug or I'm unlucky. Sounds like a bug. Sounds like a bug, Disruptor. Yeah, I would love to see Daniel get some more love. Maybe I should do a Daniel campaign at some point soon. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you guys. We moved the we moved the FFA. If you're interested in joining an FFA, this weekend, boys. Alright? This weekend, we're going to be doing an FFA with the community. So if you want to join the Discord. Link in the description, Discord. We'll be doing a community FFA event where I troll as the Changeling. I am going to absolutely troll as a Changeling. And it'll be good fun. We will be causing lots of havoc inside of a for fun FFA. And Kenneth, that's good to see you, man. So if anyone wants to... I think we already have a couple people that are, like, firmly confirmed they want to play. But I can... I'm sure there's room for folks, because it depends on the day, right? You've played Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter is, like... It's a decent game. It didn't quite grab me like Dark Souls and stuff like that did. Is there a limit to how many you can get? Wait, what was I yapping on? In an FFA lobby? Yeah, 8 people. You can have a max of 8. The amount of people you can have is 8. That's the max of people you can have in the campaign. We've done 8-man campaigns before, and they were sick. But you need to use a VPN. If you're playing with people all around the world, you need a VPN, otherwise it won't work. I remember when Warhammer 3 was released, and a lot of massive content creators that came into the game that didn't play Total War before were asked to do massive 8-man campaigns with loads of their friends, and it was so unbelievably laggy and it looked so bad. So I really hope one day that they put resources towards dedicated servers for Total War. Like, I doubt it'll happen, but I really hope they do at some point. Because I honestly believe that the competitive scene, like Turin, Human Boy, loads of really awesome content creators have done such a fantastic job of representing, like, multiplayer, that it'd be so good to be rewarded with, like, dedicated servers. Hey, Ice and the Shirts, good to see you guys. And welcome back, Poyu. What happened at this point, right? I mean, we'll see. I mean, honestly, like, I am not even kidding when I say this. You guys may laugh at me for this, but I genuinely wanted to make an esports team for Warhammer 3. I actually really wanted to make an esports team and try and push the scene even further, because, you know, I've done tournaments with, like, Legend, Sotek, Anticity, loads of really goddamn big, cool content creators. And I would love to try and do more. I would love to try and do more for the multiplayer scene, but you can only do so much, right? It can only go so far. You could set up your own dedicated server. Hear about this, Idol. Set up your own dedicated server, but you can pay for it. Like, all they've got to do is reach out to, like, a server that hosts, like, a server hosting company, and, like, make it available to host it. Like, that alone would be huge. Like, I guarantee I put so much money on it that the multiplayer scene would jump on that. Even for campaigns, I would jump on that. I would buy my own server. I would buy my own server 100%. So the proposal, the acting would be worth it. I mean, I probably can speak to the guys at CA that I know and ask them, see if they're interested in the idea. So I speak to them fairly frequently. But it'd be nice. If no other team competed to be a champion, true. Improve the quality of the campaign so much. Yeah, no, I think a dedicated server would be sick. But I love multiplayer, I really do. Like, it was really nice. I was watching Turin stream yesterday, or the day before, and Turin was telling me, he was being very kind in saying that in the head-to-heads we've done against each other, or the campaigns that we've versed against each other, I've played really well, and so it would probably translate quite nicely into the multiplayer scene. And he'd love to see me play more multiplayer, but I'm like, yeah. There's so many different game modes, and obviously the lag is obviously can be a really big issue. Yo, GJ. Which faction's the DLC this time around? It is Khorne, Greenskins, and Ogres, my friend. But no, I honestly think the multiplayer scene is dope. I really like multiplayer. In the Total War multiplayer, they'd have to make a game mode dedicated to it. Well, there is 3 dedicated game modes. Frost. There's Domination, Conquest, and Land Battle. The most popular is Conquest by a long way, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think the most popular is Conquest, which is the most recent one. Like, how dope would it be to see me in tournaments taking down some big names? I think mechanically I am good enough to compete against some of the best. Because in my heyday at the beginning of Warhammer 3, I was the top 3 in the world. Just as an FYI, I was top 3 in the world. Just want to say that. I was top 3 in the world at one point. So I am not, I mean, maybe I'm washed now, but I was pretty good at the beginning. But I haven't properly played for a long time. I think the problem that I have in multiplayer is it's so much different. Like, when I say that the game is vastly different, it's so different. The build is completely different. Played dwarves in these tournaments, they've been too nerfed. If I was allowed to use gyro bomber in the tournaments, I would clear out. I would clear out, but we'll see. Oh, and Andrew, sorry, if you want to chat that message again, sorry, I didn't see it in time. Have you watched back then too? I mean, do you guys think I would be able to hold my own? I feel like I could hold my own in some of these tournaments. I really do. It's just the items that I struggle. The compositions I struggle. Do an SFO head-to-head with Intensity. Mate, that would be the challenge. A, get him to do a head-to-head versus me, and B, get him to do a SFO. I don't know SFO well enough to do head-to-head, if I'm honest. Like, I'm pretty confident in head-to-heads. Like, I am undefeated in head-to-heads properly. I actually really do enjoy doing head-to-heads. I think the challenge is making sure it's, like, balanced enough. That's why I like doing, like, silly events like, you know, getting folk to do FFAs and stuff. I really enjoy FFAs. I really enjoy FFAs. He doesn't know it at all, so it'd be an entertaining mess. Oh, he would have such a hard time. Idle, do you remember when he lost against the normal AI? When we were doing the Chaos Dwarf head-to-head? He legit lost against Chaos Dwarf, the AI, in that head-to-head I did against him. Like, I couldn't even take credit for winning that, because he lost against the AI. That was like last year. Oh, maybe this year. It was in April. I think it was last year in April. It was good times. Had the King of the Hill type of campaign map with a dedicated map for battles. What, like, I would love it if, like, Shogun 2... Like, do you know Shogun 2? You can ask people to join your matches and fight against people. I would really like that if that existed for Warhammer 3. Don't recall that one, but I can see it so much. Yeah, it was really funny. Oh, they just came and yoinked the point. How rude. Skybrand already has a great campaign. Can you imagine how great his campaign would be with the need more powerful units? Probably pretty amazing. Hill would be a defensive siege. You've got to be really careful with defensive sieges because of the pathfinding. I 100% would agree and think it would be a great idea. It's just pathfinding is a bit of a problem at the moment. If they address pathfinding, I would be all for it. But I really should be pushing through him. Old World, King of the Hill. Oh, I actually asked the person that made the Old World mod and asked if it was possible to do like eight-man campaigns. And they were like, no, it's not really optimized for that. Milky Cookies did some great PvP sieges back in the day. I believe it. He's an amazing content creator. So I know he made a video of like a fairly cinematic one as well, which is cool. But yeah, I would love to do an Old World FFA. I might try it. I may try to see if it would work. Oh, they're all cinematic. Yeah, that's the challenge. Like, I'm too much of a sweatbox inside of Sieges to like be able to get loads of cinematic stuff. I think that's the big... I think, as a content creator, that's probably one of the biggest problems I have. If I'm honest. I think that's my biggest challenge as a content creator, is to, like, know when to chill out and stop being a tryhard. And just have a little... Take full advantage of the beautiful views. Old World 8 Peaks is the two settlement provinces, though. Yeah, there's loads of settlements there. Nice. I wish for Warhammer 3 being able to rejoin an ongoing campaign. True. That would be sick. That's where dedicated servers would come in. Three battles. What about the game? What, three-way battles? What, as in like 3 different factions coming to fight? And seems to have some of a script. Yeah, no, I don't really like. I am meow meow. I'm actively working on long form videos at the moment. I'm working on creating long form videos. It's why I haven't really been posting much on YouTube. I should post more. I really should. But I've tried to focus more on let's say higher quality content, which is more long form than short form. But I'm still going to make short form videos of all the new stuff because that's what people love. You know, people really enjoy that one. 3-way is only on the multiplayer, not campaign. Ah, right, I'm with you. Like yeah. I'm trying to learn how to make better videos. Because if I'm honest, like how I started getting traction on YouTube was creating really, really short form. And as a YouTuber and a creative perspective, like, I would look at a video and be like, do I need to speak this? Like, is what I'm saying adding value to the video? No? Remove it. I was pretty savage. Have I played Mordheim before? Colly, was it you that sent me Mordheim? Somebody sent me Mordheim. I haven't accepted it yet because I felt bad. Like, I very rarely accept games just because of the fact that yeah, I just feel bad taking stuff from you guys. You know, as a streamer, I'm already lucky enough that you guys watch me, you know? That in itself is a blessing. Sucks I'm not able to get a trade agreement or anything. Does he hate me for getting an agreement with Techless? No, he didn't mind. And Monkey, yes, thanks for following, man. Appreciate you. City of Damn's pretty fun. It's janky, super hard. Yeah, I feel like I would suck at that game if I played it. Not gonna lie. I feel like I would suck a lot at Mordheim. Because it's like... Maybe I'm just getting older, but I've started to like complicated games less and less because I don't want to learn it. Like, Hearts of Iron 4 is a good example. I really, really want to play Hearts of Iron 4, but I just don't have the dog in me to learn it. The dogging is not in me to learn that game. It's sad, though, right? It's sad. Like, I want to learn it, but Hearts of Iron 4 is just too complicated for me to learn. Like, my time is, like, limited, per se. Wow, that is a trash army, dude. If I run away, the annoying thing is, you're just going to run away from me. I really wish I had... I don't think I can go in the zone of control, can I? No, I can't. That sucks. I gotta kill him. It's XCOM Warhammer. Oh, XCOM. I like XCOM. It's a good game. I don't think I can get more movement speed, can I? No. We'll take out Serpent's Coast. It's a shame we're having to path a little bit inoptimally here, but it is what it is. I wonder if they'll attack me. I don't think they will. They may, if they try and run away. I have a closer path to towards the road, so I can move further. If they try and jump away, I'm very close to trying to intercept them as well. Should accept it and stream it. Oh, dude, you guys will hate it. The Realms of Ruin Discord got shut down yesterday. That is sad. Frost, I really liked Realms of Ruin. I really did. Me and you would tear up the ladder together. So it's so dope that you still watch me, man. It is very dope you still watch me. Because me and you tore up the ladder on Realms of Ruin. I enjoyed it. It was a great game. I do, not to sound big-headed, but I think you and I were very ahead of the curve. You and I were very ahead of the curve. And Villerpool, thanks for the raid, man. I hope you're doing well. What are you up to, dude? Were you playing Pharaoh? Let me force match a bit. Let's have a look. Great level RTS. Oh, I agree. 100%. Shoot. We're going to get a rebellion. There's not really much we can do to stop that. Unless we have anyone that has public order. No. -6. I would need my general inside of there to stop the rebellion. I think probably the smartest thing that we do is just accept the rebellion and put a lord in here. Uncompromising. That's what's up. We are uncompromising in defense. Have a great rest of your stream. Villerpool, thank you, man. Take care of yourself, bud. Appreciate the host. Undead Warband recently. I feel like if I streamed Mordheim, no one would watch it. Like, I remember when I was first... Oh, it's Elizabeth Rebellion. That's bad. That's going to be hard to beat. I remember when I was first learning Warhammer 3. Warhammer 2, sorry. When I was streaming it. And, like... My best friend, Eric, reached out to me. And he was being very kind and pragmatic. He was being very forthcoming. And he said to me, that was hard to watch. Like, you knowing as little as you did was hard to watch. And I was like, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Which I thought was funny. Hand missing. What did the yeah, the green screen. Send help! I'm being sucked into the Zinchian void. That's an auto-resolve. That's an auto-resolve angle. They'll siege it, and we should be able to force march back in to defend it. What are we looking for now? Spawning of that is really tasty. Honestly, the sad thing is, Heaven's Magic's passive is so trash. I don't even go into it. I don't think it's even worth going into. Nice, we've got a mount and a province. So we're getting 60 growth here, which is nice. Can you confederate Oxodal? You can indeed. And it's what I'm going to try and focus on doing. I'm going to send somebody over to Oxodal to try and confederate him. We could put the Blessed Crocscars into the main army over here. Just in case they siege it, then I think we just win. We do that, we win out, and then what we can do is just put the units accordingly into the main composition of here. And we don't have any military buildings, so the rebellion's really small. Killed your Snow Leopard. Yeah, Wolf Rats from Throt are really vicious. Like, Wolf Rats in general are a really strong unit. Wait, yeah, we've done that one. As long as Thoric doesn't come and fight me, I'm fine. I just think I needed a little bit more strength, and then potentially we can try and confederate Oxodal. Love Treacherous Wolf Rats, yeah, nice. And discover Kairos, I don't mind about that. I don't mind discovering Kairos. In actual fact, Lisbon crushes Zinch, generally speaking. Zinch can't handle just the sheer strength of the tier 2 Saurus Warriors. You can kind of walk over them. You can kind of walk over them. You know, I've been thinking about playing like Company of Heroes. I've been thinking about trying to play Company of Heroes. I'm not sure. Like, would you guys rather see Age of Empires or Company of Heroes? I've been getting the bug for another game, but I probably won't recently. You want to play RCS games? Yeah, Ice. I played tons and tons of the Realms of Ruin when it was released, so it gave me a bit of the RCS bug. I won't lie. Interested in Star Troopers squad-based RCSs? I'll be interested in any of it. Definitely play Company of Heroes if you wanted. Okay. Take a look at Steel Division 2. Do you guys have any like specific recommendations you think is the best? You get sick, being very tired. Well, Joachim, make sure to get rest, my friend. Make sure to rest up if you feel like you're not very well. And make sure to have lots of veg and fruit and vitamins. Alright, look after yourself. It's good to load up on vitamins and whatnot. Play Path of Exile 2. I, honestly, I'm going to be... This is coming from a person that hasn't played Path of Exile. I swear to God, you need a degree to play Path of Exile. I've looked at the skill tree. Dear God, that is difficult to understand. Difficult to understand. Like, I don't have a degree in Path of Exile 2 to play it. Do you know what I mean? Like, sheesh. Age of Wonders 4? I actually really like Age of Wonders 4. I played it a lot. I haven't played it in recent times, though. All the latest DLC I haven't played, but I really enjoyed it. Let's play Axe, probably, though. I've played pretty high yellow allies, one of the top 200 games. Oh, you know me, baby. Frost, I'd hold my own. You know me. You know your boy would hold his own. It reminds me when I was playing Halo with Lantry. Lantry was like really high ranked in Halo. I used to compete in Halo when I was younger. Like, I was a 50 in every playlist. I used to play in MLG tournaments. Like, I was a reasonably decent Halo player. And yeah, I got thrown into the deep end with some really high ranked players. Like, I just wanted to chill, man. I wanted to just chill. And I had to go against like the highest ranked folks. I couldn't even smurf for a bit. Good times, though. I enjoyed it. Crown of Command should not be a green item. Change my mind. Change my mind. Crown of Command should not be a green item. I think we're done for Red Tree for now. Let's do Red Matcha. It should be an item. Yeah, true. Couldn't say it the finals. Oh, dude, the finals was a sick game, but they had so many problems with it. Like, I got so tired of C4 throwing things, like C4 throw throws, that I was just like, this game's trash. 15% Dawnso is a great item. Yeah, it's crazy. Didn't like the finals. I actually quite enjoyed the finals. A lot of my mates played it. It's probably the reason why I played it. Oh, we've got a best friend. Hello, Tic-Tac-Toe. I'll declare on him, sure. They're settlements. I can yoink one of his settlements. Alright. Most FPS these days don't really do it for me. Okay, Boomer. Sorry, I had to do it. Had to do it. Someone had to do it. Someone had to do it. That's true. Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, honestly, the older I get, the more I realize in multiplayer games how much time the youth of these days has to play games. Like, I remember literally same thing for us. I remember playing, I think it was like Call of Duty or something. Like Call of Duty Black Ops, like the Warzone, I think it was. And my God, I was getting ran around. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. As these kids just completely smashed me. Just finished work, super tired, and get absolutely battered by a 12-year-old that's played all night. Good times. And that's honestly the reason why I much prefer single-player games nowadays. Because the only person that's at fault is me. Pathfinder's a skill tree, you don't need to min-max, just get what you want as you go. Yeah, I have been told that you don't need to matter too much. Lizardmen? Yeah, Joachim, do you like Lizardmen? I like Lizardmen. I think they're cool. I'm a big fan of Lizardmen. Do you know, I think the secondary army will be a Saurus secondary army, so I might as well level them up accordingly. I probably should have made one of the buildings that makes me a little bit more effective here. The Grand Plaza is going to be hard to get towards, though. We'll kill the Skaven on this side, and we'll move towards Oxhill to get him confederated. I'm tired of most PvP games, is how brain-dead people play them. Yeah. Speaking of brain-dead gameplay, I was playing Tekken, or Street Fighter, I can't remember what the fighting game was, with a really good friend of mine a long time ago. And like, he put so many hours into it, and like got really, really good, and was playing against like some of the best players ever. And they went against me, and I was boom, boom, quick jabs, light attack, light attack, light attack, light attack. All I did was just light attack constantly. And I was winning, because he'd never played against someone so unbelievably garbage at the game in so long, that he really struggled to fight me. Because I was just doing like just the dumbest things that you just wouldn't expect from somebody to do. And it was just really, really amusing. Because he was getting really annoyed. Just because of the fact that I was just light attack spamming. And hey, Rage. And like he's obviously well versed playing against like some of the most crazy players, doing some of those crazy combos. And your boy was just hitting light attacks. Good times. Do I play Smash Bros? No, I haven't played. I've played it before, but not frequently. It's the only genre I'm garbage at. Frost, same. Does it look good? We're winning. Where we are. We're winning thus far in Krokgar. Yeah, I think the factions will add a lot to the game, and I'm really excited to play it. The DLC that is. Force matching is Skaven still brave now, aren't we? If they fight me, I'll murder them. I mean, I'm mainly a melee army, so I'd be fine even in ambush. Awesome, thanks. Noah, Jareth, hope you're doing well. Always good to have you hanging out. Alright. This is a minus element, right? Yep. Clan Morbius. Your doom is here. Oh, nice. Clan Morbus is at war with Tic-Tac-Toe, and I can do a cheeky little Tic-Tac-Toe water clear through him, get the moolah, and then start murdering him. Big. Oh yeah, this was a different... I wasn't at war with him. I was not at war with him yet. Is it Armor? Blade Master? Enforcer of Order. Colossal Strike is a nice build. I do like the way that they changed Colossal Strike. So I think it was like a specific to Kolek ability. But they kind of expanded it out to allow more factions to use it. Ooh, Potion of Healing is huge. Hey, Rain Time, good to see you, handsome. So, who are the new guys is a good question. I can give you like a surface level. So, we have the Skull Taker, who's the Hero Slayer of Khorne. My dude just goes around beating everybody up, and he's a Bloodletter, which is the reason why he gains a lot of bonuses from killing stuff. We have Gorbad Ironclaw, who's like the unifier of Oblins and Gorks, so we'll see more of a hybrid army from him. Because normally, typically, what you see in game for greenskins is you see either Gorks, you play with Orcs and that's it, or you play with Goblins and that's it. He has a massive hybrid. And we have Golfag Maneater, who is the mercenary, who revolutionized the way that Maneaters and things like that were used. So he's a massive influential player, and some of the units are very, very powerful. Like, Maneaters in general are an exceptionally powerful force. I don't think tier 3 here makes sense, right? No. Some important hold. He did indeed. Hey, Pinkerton, good to see you, buddy. How are we doing, my man? Hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing lovely. If there's any Orc news, Pinkerton, yes, there was. The DLC for them is... Do you know what I should have done? I do apologise. I should have pinned this. I should have pinged the blog. So I apologise, guys. I'm lacking as a streamer there. I should have pinned the latest news. My apologies, guys. There we go. You're kidding me, Thoric. Oh, what an absolute turd. Came back from work. Well, I hope you had a good day at work, at least. But Lord, do I know how you feel when it comes to feeling brain dead. Oh, guys. Update on the Ungrim cosplay. We are going to be doing some good work over this weekend for it. As I really want to get that done. Replenishment rate, minus 15%. Oh, do nothing. I can't afford that. Because I need the replenishment badly. Right, what I don't know is where his army is. So there's an army of 9 over here. So it might be worth recruiting over here. Or repositioning this guy. Is Gorbad smart for a greenskin? I mean, you've got to separate... Most goblins are a lot smarter than orcs. So I'd ask, is he smart for an orc? And I would say yes. Most black orcs are. Most black orcs are a lot smarter than their peers. Do you know, I'm going to be a big brave boy and keep running towards the Skaven and just hope that I can hold the line. Because that's not Thoric's army. Wow, he's over here as well. So Thoric's going to be over here. Okay, so I need to start recruiting some decent units then. Can I get in? What would be really good against him? I guess Sauruses I'm going to have to. I mean, they're not ideal, but it'll certainly help. And I can do the Rite of Ferocity as well, because my money situation's good. Give him a settlement for peace. If it needs to go to that, we will. It's a good point. The old military building cheese. Skirmishes? Nah, skirmishes are really bad against dwarves, generally speaking. They don't do enough damage. They don't have enough armor piercing. Do we know the starting place? Yeah, Skull Taker looked like Illustria. We don't know about the other two. We don't really know about the other two. But Skull Taker seemed very much Lustria. What type of unit is my least favorite in the game, Idol? Great question. Least favorite unit. What is my least favorite unit? Type. Chariots, probably. Probably chariots. I like chariots. Don't get me wrong, I like the unit. Speed and charge bonus. Oh yeah, get in them. Get in my belly for that one. Ooh, we can reach. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away with it. What I'm going to do? Backspace in their zone of control. You already know, son. So, press backspace into their zone of control. Now they can't run away. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Favorite one? It's a good question. I mean, it varies, right? Because depending on your campaign, each unit excels in different ways. Like Slayers, for example, with Ungrim, are probably one of the most satisfying units you can use. I think Slayers, arguably, are probably the most satisfying unit. Maybe that's just me, but I really, really enjoy Slayers. I think they did a great job with them. What's the planny? What is the planny, Bosh? Pinkerton, the plan is to be a big thinker as always. Yeah, we're just basically murdering everything around me. Everything that I see is near me, and I'm just gonna kill them. Is kind of the big thinking plan at the moment. If I see something, I'm just gonna kill something. You know, a true orc moment. 60 speed slayers. Yeah, Ice. That's literally what I was telling people. Like, Ice, on the DLC release of TOD, I was telling everybody, Slayers are now like cavalry. You should use them like cavalry. And everyone was like, thinking like I was crazy. But it's true. They're cavalry. They're literally cavalry. Oh, artillery is very satisfying. I must admit, yeah. Artillery can be satisfying. But like I said, depending on the campaign. Like, infantry for Ungrim, like, Alarial archers are incredible. Yeah, that's honestly the beauty. Slayers are cavalry. Slayers are cavalry. And yeah, rain time, 12th of December. They had cavalry until we get one riding another Slayer. Imagine, dude. Oh my god, he actually jumped over properly. What an absolute rascal. I can't, but I should have attacked him. That's my bad. I don't think I can get to my settlement, so if he takes it, then it is what it is. It's annoying it's delaying me a lot, but it is what it is. I mean, what I could do is pull you over here and defend it, but... Rat move by him. It was a rat move, but it's a move you can respect, you know? I can't hate him for that, you know what I mean? Can't hate him for it. It's sort of one of those things, it's kind of the thing that's like, what did I expect, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of expected him to do that. Wow. Manfred is getting his butt kicked. That's quite rare to see. He's getting his butt kicked, man. I'm not going to give him the golden tower because it's my capital, so I can't trade it. Is it rare to see him get battered? Yes. It is. He very rarely loses like that, especially because it's Thoric that does it to him. Normally Thoric is who kills him. Can Slayers use hammers? Or are only on axes only? Axes only in Warhammer 3, but yeah, what we have to remember is there are so many different variants of Slayers. There is legitimately so many different variants of Slayers that Warhammer Total War has not explored yet. Dragon Slayers. Chaos Slayers. Like, there is so many different variants, it's crazy. Also, this Skaven unit can absolutely do one. I'm getting angry now. Let's attack this random beastman. Oh wow, that was a really strong army. I didn't even realize. How the hell was that auto-resolve that favorable? I thought it was just nothing but trash. That's why I auto-resolved it. Right, let me lick my wounds a turn. And then hopefully murder this absolute rascal. But he'll probably just jump over here and attack my settlement. Slayers can use anything. They recently bought Slayers and use guns to the game. Slayer Pirates, yep. They have a lot of variants of weaponry they can use for sure. Ooh, annihilate the beastman. Annihilate the Skaven. Is it not? Is it unique to one? Oh, you can use all of them. Nice. I love that. I like that this is a thing. Replenishment rate is usually really good. Speed, that's really nice. Upkeep reduction is really nice. Ooh, they've actually made it so it's actually good enough that you'd want to pick more than one. Like, actually, I kind of want to pick more than one, but replenishment is just too good, man. Kill the dwarves. I don't need it yet. I don't need to kill the dwarves yet. Because I'm not fighting them. And you can take more than one. I will, but it has to. It's Lord's army, right? It's only the Krokgar's army that benefits from that. So military presence hasn't increased. Thoric is here clearly. I don't think we're gonna get a level up here. I might struggle to defend this actually. Is there a way to do this one? Yeah, let's do this right here. What mage is gonna be good? Guys, make me... Oh, metal magic would be really good. Yeah, metal magic actually would go hard here. Low-key. Oh, 3rd gen? Boo. But that metal mage will help carry against the Dowie. So 100% is the best. Life? Nah, life is too nerfed, man. Life is too nerfed, IMO. And rightfully so. They get metal casters, they do. Metal magic is one of the most overpowered at level 1. And I'm a firm believer of that. Metal magic is arguably the best magic level 1. Ambush the rat? You're right, I should have done that. Chosen? To beat a rat, you got to think like a rat. And I failed step 1. Oh, and then slams more than available 4 more available wins. I think it wasn't that long ago. I know they added a lot more. Right, annoyingly, they're going to attack. Wow, he's dead. And they're going to retreat because it's annoying. And then I don't know, I'm not sure how I'm going to get him. Grr. Whoa. Oh, he's at war with, okay. No, I'm not declaring war on you just yet. I've got to clear out the rats in the neighborhood. And then wait for Thoric to get a bit cheeky with me. Okay, Thoric still has one more settlement to deal with. Let's untax this one so it doesn't rebel this turn, but we'll defend it next turn. Yeah, Ice, I definitely needed to utilize ambushing more. I'm just sort of like brain off, just murdering things, you know? You know how it is. You know how it is. I was messing with Zera's warriors and found metal to be really good at times. Yeah, metal magic can be really good. Change anything gets the blue item is OPs, caster extremely cheap and still potent. Nice. Thoric's campaign should be on my side. Yeah, Thoric definitely made the campaign a little bit harder than it needed to be. But it's always good to have a bit of spice here and there. Is he just going to continue to keep running away from me? Like, actually? Is that all he's going to do here? So I'm going to attack him again. He'll just run away. Brother in Christ. I mean, it is Skaven after all. Let me move forward to see if I can catch him. He's underway. Get a little nod. The sad thing is I can't afford it now because of Thoric declaring war on me. He's wasting my time, he is. I should be on that Sigma male grind set. Wait, I think I just moved away from the settlement. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's honestly more amusing than anything. I'm just playing, just running around. But, I mean, it is very applicable to Skaven, though. I'm in Lisbon right now. I am just, yeah, full smork Lisbon. Full Smork Lizardman mode. Wow, he just jumped away from me again. The rebellion's taking it. Alright. Oh my god, he's jumped over here. I don't think he can take this element though. I don't think he possesses the ability to take this element. So I think I'm just gonna go take his elements now, honestly. Let me go force march to his settlement and just say, you can like look how trash his army is. Like, if he sieges this, he'll lose. I need to make more money to afford the armies that I do have, though. Chain lightning. Once we get Arcane Conduit, that's gonna be big. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, okay, buddy, you can take the Sotex Trail. I don't mind. Oh, you can siege my capital, or that settlement over there. Sure. Take his lunch money? Absolutely. I'm going to take him to the cleaners, boys. Don't you worry. He's going to be taken to the cleaners. Your money or your life? How about both? How about both? Okay, now he's raiding me because he's a nerd. But what I can probably do... He hasn't jumped over here, so I'm assuming we're going to be good. Check Thoric for peace. Wow, Thoric is losing.
In these dark times,
Oh my god, Thoric is starting to lose. What a nerd. Right, I don't need this army anymore then. Should be able to resummon him soon. Am I crazy to think that this is winnable with just this army here? Oh, look how close we are, man. That is sad. Do we have... Yeah, we do have Rat Marcher. It is what it is, boys. Table of Crafts. Indeed, let's get the Table of Crafts in. Yeah, I honestly think these Saurus Warriors will absolutely mulch the Skaven to pieces. Could upgrade this one, but we won't just yet. I need to do my quest battle as well. Yeah, boy has got to do his quest battle. We shall do it in time. We shall do it in time. But I am very much looking forward to streaming the campaign next week. The new stuff next week. I think because I can take time off as well. I'll be taking time off work, which is going to be big pog. So they have taken that settlement. It makes sense. I think they're going to be stuck in a rock and a hard place a little bit though, which is good for me. Nice sort of Scar Veteran's going to help as well. Oh wow, it's actually a bit of a banger here. Bloody Nora, they've leveled up this settlement quite nicely. Alright, let me think about it. I mean, the only challenge is there's 40 Winds of Magic. Like, I have really poor Winds of Magic. 6 summons will be a pain. I mean, what are they going to do against Croc scores, though? We have Potion of Healing on. We do. Yeah, we should be fine. I mean, they do have some pretty potent units. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Should be fine, though. Maybe back in Warhammer 2 when they had to do the slan. I think it was I know they added more slans in general, which is nice. But it's kind of funny that to defeat the AI being like very cheesy and annoying, you kind of have to ambush. Let them come out so you don't have to deal with pathing. I'm not too worried about the pathing, mainly because I'm just going to use my heroes and croc scores. And everyone else is going to sort of protect each other. So all my single entities that are powerful can stick together. All these guys can sit in the naughty corner. You're all on the naughty step. Yeah, thank you. They're all confirmed on the naughty step now. And the rest of us take it over. What? They put what? They put one of the catapults over there. Interesting. There's nearly all lore of magic for this land now. I mean, that makes sense because Lizardmen are exceptionally powerful when it comes to magic. Like, for example, Lizardmen taught High Elves a lot about magic. Probably won't take too much damage by these guys. I think a direct cast on one of these, which should, in theory, kill the catapult. Does indeed. GG's. Summon, that might summon into the Silement on this side. No, summon on this side, that's fine. So all I gotta do is keep casting out spells. Honestly, I actually, out of all the units that they have, the catapult's the least of my concerns, which sounds interesting. But it's honestly true. What I can do is get spicy with these guys. Try and break through the gatehouse, because then if I have open range, I can go and chase those catapults down. We can go chase the rascals down. As it's important to murder every Skaven I see. Are we gate bugging? Yeah, Crocodile's being bugged through. Oh my god. My mage is getting crushed. Thank God. I might have to push him through then. Okay, so just my mage is bugged, so let's put him up here. I want to keep him away from combat. Everybody else is fine. But that was a beautiful hit. Have fun, Koyu. Can we go with another comet? I do think the comets are worth casting. Normally, I don't think it's worth it, but with the amount they're stacking their units, I think it is. Because they can't path fast enough away from it all. Oh my god! Uh-oh. Please get that cast off as well, low-key. Okay, I'm going to really struggle to win this siege now. Yeah, low-key is going to be pretty hard now. Will he come back is the question. I kind of don't want him to, because then he's going to be susceptible to dying. Although like this tower could technically kill him. So hopefully not. Just we need to break the goddamn gate a little bit. Oh, -6, dude. He might actually come back. Damage modifier, damage sustain. No, I don't think he can recover. But I'm struggling to get into here. So it might just be a case of just going into the meat grinder. -2. Please don't come back. Oh my god, he's summoned clan rats on him. Oh, no, they're summoned units. I was going to say, if they got in the fort tower, they could kill him. -32. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Second these gatehouses break down, I'm going to go run at the catapults. God, that's so silly. The only reason that happened is because the mage got bugged in. The old gate bug happened, and that's why that was a thing. The good old gate bug. Forced him to be in a position he shouldn't have been in. But I could have played a lot better. I think if I just put the mage here instead of trying to attack the gate, we'd have been fine. I think the Croxagors are not having a good time. See, here's where I would pay a lot of money for a good old Comet of Cassador. Oh my god, he might die to the tower. Please. Ah, the good old gate bug. Good old gate bug. Hey, it is what it is, boys. You gotta love the gate bug sometimes, eh? Sometimes the gate bug giveth, and sometimes it taketh. Right, send him in. We can absolutely send him to the grinder and just kill him. Yeah, not having a mage low-key will be pretty brutal. I don't think they'll have any chance of beating us, though. Just purely off the basis that our units are just so much stronger than theirs. Like, once I break through here... Yeah, that's very sad that mage died, I won't lie. How long is it going to take me to get another one? Is it tier 3? Shouldn't be too bad. I guess the only problem there, it's going to take me a wee bit to then replace him. Let me move you over here a little bit. Once that goes down, we'll do it. I guess there's one thing to say as well is I didn't react fast enough. I think the gate bug in itself was like kind of okay. But the challenge of what was my reaction to the gate bug. Right, 49 H. Nice. Right, you can go in there and beat them up. Dosaurus should be able to absolutely batter them. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the Rampage no longer gives you any stat line, does it? So I'm not... Oh, you have to click on them, don't you? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Rampage is just nothing, so you always want to get rid of it. Oof. Solid hits coming on Croc-Gar right now. We're going to be really careful. Ah, because there's 2 lords over here. That makes sense. Alright, let's finish off the catapults. And then just keep trying to trade out here, I guess. Not having magic obviously makes it a little bit harder, but... Let's go hunt for the other catapult. I mean, it might make sense just to quickly do a little drive, cheeky drive-by capture that one. Let's keep trying to get these guys to push through, because I need them to. Send them into the meat grinder. Ah, that's taking way too long to capture. Let's go kill catapults. And they might be able to come around. But then again, I don't think there's anything that we can really stop. Because we're going to be starting to get a mass rout. The Feral Stegodon having terror is so useful. It is truly the Skaven's enemy. It is truly the enemy of Skaven. I think Krokkar being on a mount is making him struggle a little bit to be useful. Which is kind of expected. And kind of my bad as well. I did say that I might want to take him off. Because I'm not sure about you guys, but I usually struggle to get good hits off when I use generals on like horses and mounts in general. I usually find that I will very rarely get good hits with them. Right, let me pull the Croc scores out. They've done their job now. I don't want you in the combat any longer than that. I mean, I could be really, really annoying and then just run all the way to here. Because I don't think they've built up enough infrastructure to stop me. God, I really just need them to push in through it a little bit more. And then we'll yoink that. Lovely jubbly. Come on, boys. Push through! We must push through! Ooh, I think... Wait, I'm having to go all the way that way. Okay, no, screw that. Go through here, and then destroy the barricade over there. I'm not traversing across all their territory. Nice, we're actually breaking in now. Let me give them better targets to start hitting. God, it really do be a grind fest, isn't it? Wait, what's the barricade? Where's the barricade owned by? Is it this one over here? Yeah, that makes sense. Unless, wait, can't I go that way around? Wait, yeah, there's no wall there. Wait, hold on. Wait, how do we go that way? This way. Wait, how do we actually go that way? Oh, this way. Yeah, that works. Hey, Willem, did the new update happen? No, the new DLC is coming out on the 12th. The 12th of December is when the new DLC is coming out, buddy. Also, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I gotta be really careful with this guy. Yeah, the units that were like a problem weren't too bad, actually. Yeah, at least we can actually walk through now. We've finally broken through enough to actually get a bit of space for ourselves. Yeah, the Pharaoh Stegodon's goated. Did such a good job. Is backseat allowed? Yeah, I don't mind. You are welcome to suggest things. I mean, it's one of those things where the victory condition of how I played like this was to blob them up and use magic, but unfortunately my mage died. Because of the gate bug. But then again, like I said, I could have played to stop the gate bug happening properly. Because it's like it's not a very frequent thing that happens, but it does happen. Sometimes you gotta prepare for the unexpected, you know. Just gotta move away. I think we can probably take advantage of Krokkar and the Feral Stegodon to route things off the map here as well. I think I'm gonna struggle here. I'm hopeful that we'll... Wait, where are those guys? Where are you going? Oh. I don't think I can cap it in time. Yeah, I don't think I'm capping that in time. December the 12th? Yeah, I think December 12th's new update. Skrekler, also good to see you, man. Figure like December 29th? No, you got to take advantage of Christmas sales. You got to get on that Christmas sale hype, my dude. Let me route off the map without you. I don't want to lose it. I really do not want to lose them. There shouldn't be too many units left. Yeah, we're just into the meat grinder now. Very loud and fancy. What was your thoughts, Skreklow? What was your thoughts? Alright. Except for the cannons, yeah, hell yeah. What about ogres first? Are you planning on buying all of them? Are you planning on buying all of them? Yeah, that's a good question. Are you guys going to buy all of the DLC? Or are you only going to get a few of them? What y'all thinking? Get them all? Get a few? Yay, nay? For me, I get early access, you know. I'm lucky to get the keys, thankfully. Buying them all? Gonna get them all? Gonna buy all the DLC? Do you like the fact that there's an option to buy only, like, the specific Legendary Lord? I like to do that. You know, it's nice we can if we want to. Margin for customers is always positive. Agreed. Firm agreement. The smartest thing we can do is break the formation over here and help reinforce these guys as soon as possible. Gotta help these bad boys where we can. I'm surprised. Haven't played all the Lords from the last 2 of those seas. Fair. What I'm going to try and do, though, guys, for all you wholesome hunks in the chat, I'm going to try my best to get some codes to give away as well. I'm going to try my best to get some codes that I can give away. I will try and get as many codes as I can to give away. So during the DLC streams, I'll try and give as many as I can away. Depends on how many I'm allowed to get on. It depends on how many I can get a hold of. So I'll probably either buy loads myself and just, like, you know, randomly give them away to folks. Or I'll figure something out. What I might do is, like, take a percentage of the earnings, or, like, take all my earnings and put it into code giveaways. From Twitch and YouTube. I think that might be a good idea. Have I got early access? Yes, I do.
Welcome back, QT Pie.
Thank you, Shrek Live, for the 25 months, but appreciate you. Yeah, because one of the things I'm trying to do, especially on Twitch, is get a 60-40 split. So if you guys don't know, on Twitch, if you have, I think, over 100 subs that are like tier 1s or tier 2s or 3s that equal to 100 points, you get a 60-40 split. You got to do it over like 3 months, I think. That's one of the things that I want to aim for. Because then that additional 10% could be like code giveaways every month, you know? Who knows? But it is one of the things I want to try and aim for this year. But it's annoying because primes don't count. I don't know why. I mean, gift your subs don't either. Rockshield better still be alive, true. Yeah, I would be surprised if he's dead. My grandma hair, keeping it bald. Keeping it bald. Brother, if I could grow it out, I would grow it out, my friend. It ain't a choice. Hey, do be like that sometimes, though, you know? 5 levels away. Armor. Enforcer of Order. Sure. I don't think I need any more units. Castaltins unite? Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Sacred Crocs. I really do like the revitalizing crystals. Screw it, I'm gonna build them. I really, really like the revitalizing crystals. I think they're sick. I think they're actually such a dope unit. Hopefully we can deal with the ratties on this side as well. Also, sorry, I'm eating a little bit. I'm eating some delicious bolognese my partner made. It's really good.
Do not
Yo,
shame your
shucks.
ancestors, Dawi brethren.
Do not shame your ancestors, Dawi brethren.
Thank you for the 10 months, man. You think gift subs will work? Yeah, I think the reason they avoid it is because people could, like, gift subs and inflate your sub number. And that's probably the reason why they don't do it. And yeah, they do, Jorah. They bring entities back to life. Alright. Let those guys do their thing. And we force match over here. And take his last settlement. I'd be surprised if these guys lost. I honestly would be. How's Freya, Candace? Thanks for asking. How's your pup? Hope, it's a golden retriever, right? Hope your dog's doing well. She's doing wonderful, thanks for asking. Like the SFO version better, it doesn't have uses concealing and reviving. Yeah, I don't mind that. I do like, because normally with the Vitalizing Crystal unit, you never get a chance to use all of them. Right, you almost never get a chance to use all the summons. Or the charges, should I say. Is it limited to how many you can start the battle with, though? Yeah, so you can never revive units that are already dead before the battle goes in. So if you have 100 units and you go in the battle with 80, you can't replenish that 20. For example. Right. Good. That's a tier 3. That means, can I get another Saurus? No, I'd send them off to bloody Oxodal if I could. Does everything else in the unit have to be maxed for it to revive models? That's a really good question, actually. So, to revive a model, you have to hit a threshold, a unit percentage threshold. Once you hit a certain percentage threshold of the unit, you can then revive models. Only until you hit like the threshold of the benchmark of the unit can you revive stuff. Is typically how it works. You have to hit a percentage. Oxodal might be dead. I doubt it. No, he's alive. He's alive. That boy's alive. He better be. I want to confederate him. Tic-Tac-Toe is fighting Khorne. He's doing some work for us.
You seek the favor of
It would be very unfortunate if Thoric fights us now. I won't lie. I'm going to let these settlements recover naturally. But I am going to go to war with them. I just need a few beastie boys. Because Zinch will struggle against them. You kind of just can roll over his front line like that.
Do not shame your ancestors, Stormdragon. You're the one shaming ancestors. Claiming I'm shaming ancestors.
What? May I ask why I'm shaming my ancestors by playing the Lizardman? Why no Dowie? I've got to play other factions, lad. Nice. Right. Now that means I can put them over here. I'm going into the book. Hey, it is what it is. Unless I'm going to just scaly dwarves. Facts. You know, I don't mind recruiting Basilisks. I think they're pretty doo-doo, though, in the grand scheme of things, but it'd be interesting to use them. As I typically very rarely use units like that. Let me just put them in, because I'm going to respec them anyway. Oh, and dudes, thank you very much for the hype train. I didn't even realize the hype train started. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Much love to y'all. I usually dislike calling out the fact there's a hype train as well, because I don't want people to be peer pressured. Right. Give me that income from industry, baby. Rebellion's going to happen here. Ooh, there is military building, so the rebellion actually might be pretty good. So let's get a general in here then. Metal Mage. Oh wait, no. I'll put this guy in here, it doesn't matter. I think as long as there's a general in there, it should be fine. Chucking growth. Alright. Okay. Nice. God, Lisbon is so chill. Guys, should I play an SFO campaign right now? Should I try and play SFO again? I haven't played SFO in so long. I don't know. I wouldn't know who to play in SFO. Maybe I'll do an SFO campaign tomorrow. Or Wednesday. Wait, no. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Who would you recommend me play? Vlad? Oh, I love Vlad. Vlad in SFO is pretty damn good. Ungrim. You don't share your ancestors. Do Total War? I still have my Skaven campaign I need to pick back up. Billinger. Yeah, I've still got my This is Total War Ultimate Crisis campaign. I need to jump on that one as well. Wow, it's crazy that Thoric is getting his butt kicked. It's kind of amusing.
Those who respect the old way.
Yeah, I'll give him the cash. I don't want to fight him anymore. I hate fighting Thoric. One of the most annoying people to fight. Ooh, I can upgrade. So this should be a higher tier. Yep, it's a lot higher tier. Let me put these in there. I'm going to have to. So this is because of military building. It is purely because there's a military building. Hey, Razzle, good to see you, handsome. Razzle, what happened to calling me an international superstar? I swear you've said that every single time you've joined the chat. Hey, you're setting an expectation now, bud. What else? A box in SFO. Oh, interesting. But you have a good car, but I have a G-Force 3070. It puts it to 80 degrees, Chanky. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, yeah. I have a 3080. Probably something very similar. I think nowadays GPUs and stuff like that can handle relatively warm temperatures. The technology for them has gotten a lot better. I must admit, the technology has gotten a lot better. Hey, Razzle, much love. Right, let's declare war on Zinj. Gives me non-aggression. Undervolt's the answer. Yeah, that's a good idea, Schutz. Good suggestion, matey. Thank you. That is a fantastic suggestion, but out of the ads. Yes, sorry, Jareth. The literal only reason I run ads is A, I always give the money back to the community by gifting subs or whatever, and B, it means that there's no pre-roll ads. It gets rid of pre-roll ads, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. Which means people don't have to watch an ad when they join. Because I think if you've ever watched a new streamer and you have to watch an ad straight away, you're more likely going to click away, right? People don't want to watch ads. And they're going to run them anyway, so usually I try and control it when that happens. No, Jared, I appreciate you, man. Much love to you. Muchest love out to you. But I hope you guys are having a good week so far. How's your guys' week been? Has it been a strong start to the week? I hope so. Alright. Khalida, no thank you. Me being friends with you will just annoy him even further. I am not in the market to annoy them. We are not in the market to annoy people here. Gotta be very careful. Guys, the question is, do I... Just thinking to myself, what kind of campaign should I be doing? Ooh, Croaky. We definitely want Croak. Wow. So I'm trying to figure out the perfect balance between difficulty and fun. Like, I know you guys want this Total Wars. Maybe I'll do that next time. Clean 4 hours a day. Oh, nice. Well done, lad. Right. What I'll do is last couple turns, boys. Last few turns. Because this one's transpired into basically all the fights being quite easy. Because Lisbon are hella strong, man. Lisbon are kind of nutty. Lisbon do be pretty strong. Right, what I'm thinking is, do I play Bannerlord or do I play Vermintide to end the day? To end the day, do we play Bannerlord or Vermintide? What do you guys think? Do we play Bannerlord? Do we play Vermintide too? And you guys are welcome to join me with either. Vermintide? Bannertide? Is that a thing? Holy crap, Kairos is stacked up here. Did the home office and rearranged everything. Now that is a productive adult right there. Oh, we got a lot of Bannerlords. I love Bannerlord, man. It's such a good game. Vermintide. Hold on. Do you know what? Boom. Bosh. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how I feel about Lisbon now. Ooh, this would be a good fight. Lisbon just seem like... I don't know. They seem... I mean, Crocodile is really strong with what he has access to. We are ambushed, though, but they've used a lot of resources to do this. Because that's the thing you got to remember. Them teleporting uses a lot of resources. And I mean a lot of resources from the Winter Magic perspective. So we have easy ways of shutting them down. They've got a couple really frustrating units to deal with, though. Hopefully the Crocs... Oh, I've just seen this. One of the best melee units in the game, by a long way. One of the best melee units in the game. Wait, I'm ambushing them? Lamau? How the turntables, nerd! Ha ha ha! Oh, how the turntables. Nice. Yeah, didn't quite expect this one, did you now? I guess we just do this then. With the lock formation, they should... Ah, shoot, I forgot to move the croc scores. That's fine, though. No pincer? No, typically speaking, doing a pincer maneuver is a bait. And the reason why I typically say doing a pincer movement is normally bait is you want to consolidate your forces into one specific point, right? It's more important to attack multiple things than it is to, like... well, excuse me, it's more important to consolidate your forces onto, like, one specific point. That means that I can kill them a lot faster if I do that. If I spread out and, like, try to flank every single unit, I would actively troll myself by doing that. Because I would have such a hard time dealing with a lot of the units. At least this time, I can kind of, like, hold the line here. And I can then pressurize the rest of the units back here. And then consolidate the fact that I have advantages in the battle. Whereas if I spread out like crazy, I would really, really struggle to beat them. Oof. Metal magic is no joke. Where's the leader? Are you the mage? Yeah, you're the mage, but he's bloody in the air, so can he get him? Can he get him? Some really strong, like Forsaken are really, really strong. I don't know what skinks are. The rest are just green things, pretty much. I mean, not wrong. Yeah, unfortunately, I got so many of the units here. So screwed. There are no stupid questions, my friend Aurelian. Never worry about that one. I would say that they definitely are relatively decent. They definitely have positions inside of your army, especially early game. And I quite like using them. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but I like using a relatively large variety of units. And I feel like they fit in my army quite nicely because they are monstrous and they're able to, like, push through a lot of infantry quite well. I can sort of set and forget them and be confident that they'll do the right thing. Whereas a lot of infantry will struggle in situations because these guys are pretty damn good at killing infantry and they can just sponge. And yeah, they can, especially once I start getting, like, life magic and stuff like that, I can definitely keep them alive quite easily. It's just their health pool is so high. Yeah, the Croxagores need to be on the Forsaken for sure. Frostmournes are pretty amazing now. Yeah, Frostmournes are pretty cool. They're a good unit. Here. Gosh. Nice. As a circuit upgrade is alternative for them. Not as useful. I mean, I quite like them. I mean, the solar engines are incredible. That's really where, in my opinion, they start kind of becoming a very, very powerful unit. I just think that this ability in itself just isn't enough value to, like, utilize that as a victory condition. Because in the later stages of the game, you're better off using different units. You're much better off with different units, in my opinion. But, yeah. I think the Engines of the Gods, like you say, like, units like, the Revitalizing Crystals, way better. Way better. Yeah, how much damage have you done? 15k is quite a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, the Croxagors are basically hard countered by these aspiring champs. I think leadership is down. Yeah, he should be starting to crumble. Feels demonic, crumbling, man. There's no stupid questions, only stupid answers. Jareth, that's what I usually say when people ask me that. But no, I'm happy. Like, if anyone has any questions, you should never hesitate to ask. I'm always more than happy to answer anything about the game. Gotta very quickly correct that one. Otherwise, someone will just throw a random curveball in there and ask me something really random. And I said I'll have to answer it, you know? Not bad. Yeah, the blob, we kind of roll over him, which is nice. As Zinch intended. That was a clear Zinchian plan to let his army be ambushed. He's a genius. I don't quite know why he did that, but he's certainly a genius. That's why he's the GOAT. That is why he's the GOAT. That is why he's the GOAT. I still find it amusing that in Zinch in 40k kept the Imperium of Man alive when they had the chance to kill him, because he knew as a fact that it was more detrimental to the world keeping them alive than killing them. If that doesn't describe it perfectly, I don't know what would. If that don't perfectly describe it, I don't know what would. Alright. Let's take the monies. Ooh, I'm going to get smoked if I fight that. Oh, thank God the retreat worked. Ooh, okay. That could have been spicy, boys. That could have been spicy. That could have been a spicy meatball. Wait, where's Teclis? Did Teclis just run away and let me fight him by myself? That was going to become a very, very spicy meatball very, very quickly. Oh, guys, do you know what I've just started craving? I don't know why, but a Crusader Kings 3 playthrough. Why am I craving a CK3 playthrough? Why do I suddenly want to make my character gay and seduce the Pope and extort the entire Rome for money? Like, what? Why is that coming out of me? It's crazy. Guys, so silly the stuff you can do. Yo, Dame, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a fantastic stream. Always good to see you back. Hope you're doing well, Dame. But if you guys don't know who the wonderful Dame is, fantastic content creator. She is lovely, and I would highly recommend checking her out. There's a lot of really, really cool things. I know you're playing Astrogoth, if I'm not mistaken, today. So if you're interested in checking out an Astrogoth gameplay, do go make sure to check her out. She's playing so that Astro Daddy. And Kairos reach. Ooh, I didn't quite anticipate him reaching. I don't really know how I'll kill him if he attacks me. Might be a merge angle and put some RRs in. Definitely merge you. If you're lucky I didn't know, I would watch her instead. Fully understandable. She's a great content creator. Let me merge. And then disband. And then grab you both. And then we should be fine. We've stacked up a lot of cash, which is nice. We have stacked the cash up at least. Alright, do you know what? Save this campaign. Bosh. We're going to go jump over to some Bannerlord. I'm craving some of the Bannerlord goodness. But yeah, much love to each and every one of you beautiful fine folks. Thank you so goddamn much for watching. I really do appreciate you on the YouTube side of things. We're going to go jump over to some Bannerlord. So I fully understand if you do not want to watch Bannerlord. I appreciate you watching and hanging out and being a part of the stream. You are a wholesome hunk, as always. You guys are amazing. So on the YouTube side of things, if you want to come over to Twitch and watch, by all means, please do so, as we are going to be playing some Bannerlord. But yeah, thank you for watching on YouTube, Twitch, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be continuing on the playthrough of Bannerlord, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for watching on YouTube. You guys are amazing.